Welcome back to OtakuDaiKun. Today we are going to finish Tsukihime. All of it. That means finishing off the Kohaku route. Sorry, with her true ending. She only has one ending. And this nifty Eclipse thing. Now, real quick, you guys are talking in the chat. Will Daikun play Emiya-san Chi no Kyo no Gohan on Switch, or whatever the full name of that game is? And I'd be like, hell yeah! Problem is that game's not out yet. It ain't. And if you tell me it's out now, that literally changes my plans immediately. That shit's crazy. But no, it ain't out yet. I think it was delayed by the coronavirus, which makes sense. They haven't announced a release date for it again, ever since they said it was going to be localized, which I'm totally in support of. We need more Type Moon love. And so yes, this is the final Tsukihime stream. I will be stopping the hashtag waifu for laifu campaign for a little bit after this. Well, the show is Chi no Kyo no Gohan, but the game, I think, has a slightly different name. It's like, it's not everyone's menu for the Emiya family. It's like, it's something slightly different. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah, my later streams, when I do them for other games, I'm definitely planning on playing some Honey Pop 2, because that game sounds fun as hell. That's going to be, not for charity, unfortunately. I have to kind of discontinue this temporarily for a while, because, yeah, unfortunately, my revenue's been, like, plummeting, and I just can't afford it, unfortunately. We'll see how things go in the future, if there's another, like, really popular thing. Yeah, you started playing Hollow Ataraxia. I love Hollow Ataraxia. So there's that. But yeah, in general, though, we've reached a $2,000 goal. I absolutely love seeing that. We've done awesome things. I am proud of everybody who has donated even a penny toward that. And the whole point of hashtag waifu for laifu is to show that anime fans can do good things for the world, completely irregardless, that's not even a word, completely regardless of the fact that people are saying, oh, this game or this show, this is bad, this is problematic, things like that. I'm like, dude, no, we're helping. We're helping. It's called fiction. It's our fantasies. Meanwhile, we got people, like, trying to create, like, GoFundMes and, like, what is it, like, social media campaigns to get justice for some idiotic woman who literally put Gorilla Glue in her hair and didn't realize it was super glue, despite it saying it's used for, like, metal in, like, construction projects and things like that. It's like, yeah, you don't put that in your hair. And she's actually trying to sue them. So basically, there's a lot of money going on in there, completely wasted on a stupid cause like that, while we're just here playing some anime games and raising money for a good cause. Blood drives, blood donations, as well as disaster relief. And yeah, that's just something I wanted to mention. Talk about Tall Lady in Die Time. I'm definitely going to talk about Tall Lady in Die Time, although to be perfectly honest, the thing I have to react to is it's like, really, what? You guys are excited about this? Okay. I don't really get the appeal myself, because the in-game model looks really creepy and uncanny, whereas the fan art is a lot better. But, yeah. Let's move on with Tsukihime. Oh my gosh, it's getting crazy right now in the game. Last we left off, friggin' Akiha, our sister, she killed Shikitono, her biological brother, because, you know, he is, yeah, of course I'm still watching Attack on Titan. But yeah, she killed her brother because he was inverting and going all Roa-y and shit. And unfortunately, that means she consumes. Her power consumes. So when she defeated him, she took back the life that he stole from Shiki, but it also brought in something unwanted. So she herself is struggling with her own inversions, and so she's been going out at night and drinking blood too. She's inverting in a way, and yeah, that sucks. So she's like, I did it for you though, Nissan. And then Nissan's like, but I'm in love with Kohaku. And she's like, oh, damn it. You know what? You're gonna have to obey me. I have power over your life. And she took away her ability to move and breathe and shit. So we're basically sister hostage at this point. We are hostage to our sister. Who got them demon powers? My wheezing drowns out the ticking of the clock. My body feels like every joint is bursting like a firecracker. Yeah, rest in peace. Well, you know what? Okay, yeah, Promised Neverland, totally off the rails. It's skipping the best arc, one of the best arcs anyway, of the manga. They totally botched the Norman reveal. It's nowhere nearly as dramatic or interesting as it once was. In the manga, that is. It makes me sad. Makes me very sad. But maybe they can still pull out a decent show from it. But it's not going to be as good. And there was absolutely no reason that should have happened. My body feels like every joint is bursting like a firecracker. Consciousness comes in shards. I'm probably alternating between waking and fainting in between each second. Jesus Christ. It's because of that, I suppose. I don't know how long it's been. It feels like a week since I came back to my room. The clock pointed at the number 8 tells me that it's just an illusion. My breathing almost stops. When I had a terrible fever, it wasn't this bad. My body doesn't move, but my heart is racing. Akiha probably did this on purpose. I can't even move. My arms and legs feel crucified to the bed with iron nails. But still, if I want to, I should be able to move them a bit. My wildly beating heart seems to overpower Akiha's curse. If my limbs are nailed down, then it feels like my heart will burst out of this nailed body, Jesus Christ, what? Oh, then it feels like my heart will burst out of this nailed down body. What a weird thing. Ari-chan is in favor of what I do with dai-chan. She thought it was cool. She's glad we use it for donations. No, Ari-chan is amazingly cool. What the hell? Oh. That's something on Discord. He is now Bedkun. Yeah. Again. These realistic backgrounds, they're just photos with filters on them. That's really all they are. What is so exciting? Akiha with her red hair. Just thinking of that makes those immobile limbs somehow convulse. Probably my body would move to do one thing. What, are you hot by your sister's hair? What's in my head right now? Akiha horribly filled with pleasure earlier? That was certainly strange. When will the NSFW of dai-chan be released? I already did. It's out on Twitter and my Discord. You don't even have to have Twitter to find the picture. You just search me on Twitter. Yep. Certainly she has that in her character, but that was just too much. It's like something she doesn't even notice is controlling her. How do you get banned from my Discord? By being a real jerk. My Discord's had some trouble, though. Recently, I had a lot of people who are moderating have a bit too much power, and they went on kind of like a banning spree. I've undone every ban that they did regarding that spree anyway. But no, if someone's going around and insulting people, that's why I ban. That's mainly the reason. Spamming, banning, not actually being here to talk about otaku fun stuff. Did she absorb Shiki's madness? There had to be a reason for his insanity, and maybe Akiha consumed it without knowing it. If that's the case, it's just the same as Tonomaki Hisa, just kill, 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 kill! Shut up. I try to suppress my raging heart. Geez, what am I being so excited about? Because you get the hots for killing inhuman things. Yes, unfortunately that happened, and I realized I gave them way too much power. I'm like, what the hell? All I want you guys to do is, like, ping me. It's like, if you're gonna ban somebody, ping me. And then I'll be like, okay, go ahead and ban them. Or I'll be like, wait, where's your evidence? Where's your evidence? On what basis? Because you don't like what somebody's political view was? There's a lot of that going on. Anime Drifters, have you watched it? Drifters? No. Do you know why I know second season over 4 years? I don't know. If I keep going through this cycle, won't I actually start to feel that way? Kill, 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 kill! My throat hurts. My body creaks. Don't you get it? I can't oppose her with this body. If you want to kill that, then shut up for a second. No, you're fine. If you do, I will certainly destroy that demon without you telling me so. No! What? Like I would ever. The mad pounding continues. I faintly cycle between blankness and awareness, dream and reality. You shrimp for VTuber Gura now? Is that the joke because she's a shark? I can't last until tomorrow. If this keeps up, I'll go insane first. Quasimodo. You know, that sounds good. I don't know the real story behind the frickin' Disney movie. The sweat fades from my drenched body. My roasting flesh begins to cool. The feeling of a soaked towel is on my forehead. My body is lifted and a cup is placed against my lips. Gulp. The sensation of cool water flowing down my throat. Not watched a stream of this, considering the whole thing. Oh, considering, sorry. When I'm done with other VNs. Yeah, it's pretty accessible VN. Very small file size, quick, easy to get your hands on. Okay, you guys keep talking about Drifters. Let me look at that up. Drifters anime. Oh. Huh. I'm seeing a lot of dudes. So many dudes. No waifu? No wonder. No wonder I never watched this. It looks like Hellsing meets Attack on Titan meets Samurai. Did I hear about Gina Carano? Yes, I did. I have mixed feelings. I have a bit of mixed feelings for it. I think it's dumb. I think it's dumb that she got fired because of some social media stuff. And thank you for that donation. Thank you so much. Well, yeah, isn't that the same as in the Disney film? Sausage Party. Yeah. Yeah, Gina Carano, Mandalorian, tough chick in the military. She was like a space cop or whatever in that show. Got fired because her social media stuff was a little risque or a little insensitive, perhaps. The whole beep bop boop thing in place of her pronouns. it's her way of saying, dude, I don't want to put my pronouns. Stop trying to get me to put my pronouns. That's not the kind of thing I want to do. But I guess that is kind of rude to the fact that people can enjoy, you know, it's important for other people to put their pronouns. And it's not like I think sites should have to allow that, but it's sort of like, what's the harm, you know? What's the harm in having that? So she didn't want to do that. But then, of course, there was the whole thing about, you know, actually, I don't know if I want to read it. The victims of the Holocaust were not exactly there because of the Yazidis, but because the society in general was bred to turn on itself, was the idea. And, is this going to be the finale? Yes, it is. Yeah, and unfortunately, she, was trying to say that people of different political opinions shouldn't be hated or turned against each other in a political climate like that. And that by itself is true, but she's acting like, you know, it's on the same level as, you know, World War II and all the horrible things going on there. Skippy the Spiteful. Where does FGO Lost Room take place at? You mean like the little OVA thing? I thought it took place in between, like... I don't know, I forgot. It depends on which one you're talking about. How about Prison School? Has a lot of fan service. Prison School? Yeah, I guess. I never actually, like, watched it. But I'm gonna get back to reading. I sense someone nearby. I realize that someone is taking care of me. And of course I think she's dumb for being anti-mask. That's just dumb. Don't be anti-mask. That's it's called science, you idiots. Anyone who thinks like, oh, the government's trying to oppress me by asking you to wear a little bit of fabric so when you cough you don't get it all over everyone is stupid. I think anyone who's an anime fan should be more than happy to wear masks because anime's coming from Japan, and in Japan, they were already wearing masks to show their courtesy. To not get other people sick before there was any kind of pandemic. It's just part of the culture to be, like, not a douchebag. So, yeah. You pulled Artoria. Hell yeah! The Moonlight Lost Room, I'm not sure. Good evening, how are you feeling, Shiki-san? She speaks with her usual smile. Ah, Kohaku-san. I somehow managed to speak through my tattered breathing. Oh, I should have been like, Kohaku-san. Ah, you do not have to speak. I probably understand your condition better than you do. She removes the towel from my forehead, still smiling. Was that thing before just an illusion? Kohaku-san is acting normal. She keeps smiling and continuing her portrayal of Hisui. Am I going to die here without being able to take off that mask? Akiha-sama told me everything. She said that she would wait until tomorrow, but that may be too long. Akiha-sama seems to have lost her ability to think clearly. I don't think you'll be able to make it through the night like that, Shiki-san. She sounds not all that fazed. Kohaku-san's words are unmercifully true. You're right, you do see Kirei walking off the plane. Okay, well, yeah, Kirei Rasputin, alien god servant son of a bitch. Shiki-san, you told me before. You said that you were numb to death. Is that still true? Are you still going to act against Akiha-sama hopelessly with a body like that? Kohaku-san? I'm surprised. Kohaku-san's voice, it's completely different than before. No way. I told you that I'm more attuned to death than most people, so I think I understand the situation I'm in. Without you telling me, I knew that surviving the night will be extremely difficult. Then you're not scared of death? If you accept Akiha-sama, then you will recover quickly, but you still do not. Well, I definitely know there is one H scene on the way. There's something wrong with you. Maybe, but I think it's okay. I like the me that acts like this, and I like Akiha for liking me as I am. Yes, and well, I enjoy small things, like just being able to talk with you, Kohaku-san. But I feel like if I lie to myself, all those small things would lose their enjoyment. I'm scared of that. Okita the Imoto, I guess? Would it be too selfish to ask for a waiver video? Not necessarily. I cough violently. Probably because I'm forcing myself to talk to Kohaku-san. My body doesn't even allow me to do that properly. Are all Type Moon visual novels eroge? No. Mahotsukai no Yoru is not eroge. But all the ones before they made it big, yeah, they were. Shiki-san, why don't you tell Akiha-sama that you love her? She asks the same thing again, but this time it's a little different. Kohaku-san's voice seems somewhat sad. Would you ever try to do a gameplay of Lost Belt 4? I've played every single Lost Belt and event in FGO. Sorry, like main story event on stream anyway. Kohaku-san's voice seems somewhat sad. If you do as Akiha-sama says, then you'll live. Even if it's just lip service, you will die unless you do so. I don't know what you're thinking, but isn't it better to just return her feelings? Such a thing. If I could do that, I would have already done it. No, I do love Akiha, but only as a sister and nothing more. The one I like isn't Akiha, Kohaku-san. I don't want to lie to the one I love the most. I force the words through my ragged breathing. The second hand of the clock ticks in the short silence. Oh, Shiki-san, that's no good. You can't even do it just this once? Nope. If my body's not free, I'd at least like my heart to be free. If I lie just once, then I'll have to continue lying. If I surround the lies with more lies, then it will all end up being empty. If that happens, I would... the girl that had nowhere to run. Never be able to help the one I like the most. And I just look at Kohaku-san. She looks away without donning her smile again. That is pointless. Don't you pity Akiha-sama? Pity Akiha? Yes. Every night she walks the streets and drinks someone's blood. Akiha is unable to make those from whom she sucks blood like herself. Wait, what? Akiha is unable to make those from whom she sucks blood, like herself, in the manner Shiki-sama was. But she has the ability to steal. To steal from others. That's just a weird line. She has the ability to steal from others. Akiha-sama knows this. She knows that sucking blood is making her less human, but she doesn't stop. She's only doing it to keep you alive. So even though she knows it's transforming her into a blood-sucking demon, she continues it for your sake. Do you still refuse her when she does all of that for you? These past 8 years, Akiha-sama has waited only for you. I can't answer that. In the first place, I'm dying because of Akiha, but I've only lived now until now because of her efforts. I have a debt to her that's too large for me to ever repay. Majikoi? I don't know which one Majikoi is. Do you enjoy FGO gameplay or just the story? I like both. I don't like the grindy bits of FGO. And some of the gimmicky combat stuff is really annoying. Like when they make bosses you're supposed to fight in a very specific way with a very specific set of servants. I can't say what is right and what is wrong, but I still have something I can't give up and I can't permit. So I know what I have to do. I see. Akiha will go out and drink blood again tonight. I raise myself up. The pain runs through me like an electric shock. I manage to stand up while resisting the volume of pain. Shiki-san, what are... No, I can't let Tono Akiha drink any more blood. I laboriously taken a single step. Even though I may collapse at any moment, I continue forward. Nobu's? What do you mean? H scenes for Nobu? What? Oh, that's what you mean. Yes. I don't know. Soon. We have to read the story first. You have build up for this, Max. Please wait. Standing in my way, Kohaku-san appears before me. You say you'll stop Akiha-sama. Is that the blood of the Nanaya speaking? That has nothing to do with it. I just want Akiha to be Akiha. That is what I, as Tonoshiki, really feel. You mustn't. Akiha-sama will not have any mercy on you. You realize it already. The Akiha-sama from before no longer exists. I know that. That shimmering mirage behind her. That thing is driving her away from being Akiha. The way Akiha is now, she will see me as completely useless if I don't accept her. Even still, I must stop her. I'm her brother, after all. Kohaku-san doesn't say anything. I push my way through to the desk. Inside is what I brought from the Arimas, only a few things. I take out my knife, and I see that which I haven't yet returned. Kohaku-san, gripping the final remnants, I walk. Kohaku-san just stands there. This might be the end, so here. I hold out the white ribbon in my hand. It's a little late, but I'm giving it back. Sorry. You went through such trouble to give it to me, and I never even used it. I don't know if my feelings were able to come out through my words, and as gentle as I can, I place the ribbon of promise into her hand. This is a legit way to experience Tsukihime, especially because I've been light on the spoilers, which I didn't exactly do for my Fate Stay Night one. The sound of gasping. She stands still. She stands stock still like a doll, just staring in amazement at the ribbon in her hand. You knew Shiki-san? Not right away. It was only just recently. I really should have realized it as soon as I came back. Yeah, I should have realized it after I returned to the mansion, and Kohaku-san said, "Welcome back." Even still, she smiled when I asked if she was one of the children who was back here then. I don't have the right, but thanks. I really was happy that you waited here for me. For 8 years. Those are the words I always wanted to say as Tonoshiki. Tears. Her face. Her face is neither sad nor happy, but a single line flows down. I don't know what it means, but naturally, I hold her body close to mine. I can feel her warmth. My raging heart seems to become strangely calm for it. Kohaku-san, I'll stop Akiha, so you get away with Hisui. And you don't have to come back. You've been locked in this mansion for 10 years. You can be free. And you don't have to force yourself to smile. Shiki-san, everything you... Her lips mouth the word new. I didn't want her to say those words, so I close her mouth with my own. Shmoochity shmoochy shmooch! It really was just an instant, just a touch, a fleeting kiss, but unforgettable. Yay! I raise my head. I release her. In place of the doll-like Kohaku-san, I smile with all of my heart. Well, it was really short, but living here with you is a lot of fun. Yeah, I really like you the best, Kohaku-san. Let's do this. The only thing left is to stop Akiha. No, stop! As I move to open the door, her voice rings out to me. No, Shiki-san, you can't stop Akiha-sama like that. Huh? I turn around. Shiki-san, you have to stop Akiha-sama. Kohaku stands there, not with a smile, but with a truly sad face. Kohaku-san, why? Why does she look like she's about to burst into tears? Shiki-san, did you really mean that? She looks directly at me. Her eyes implore me to confirm what I said about liking her. I nod. Kohaku-san shuffles over to me and holds my hand. Hi. Oh, hello. Your hands are cold.
I just did the same.
Your hands are freezing, man. Did you just wash them?
No, I've been sitting by the window.
Oh, man.
It's cold.
How long were we like this? Kohaku-san doesn't say anything. After holding my hand like a child, she smiles once more and places my hand against her chest. Oh, yeah. If that's the case, then please make love to me. Nice. If you do that, then you should be fine without Akiha-sama's help. Something smells like eggs.
Is that Kana?
Kana, do you smell like rotten eggs?
Yes!
Did it come out of your butt?
Oh my goodness!
Oh, man.
Woo! Sulfur!
Sulfur butt. Make love? What are you? I'm talking about having sex. Ha! Hisui-chan and I were both brought to this mansion for that purpose, you know. Kohaku-san says such a thing with the usual smile, as if discussing the weather. Sex? But that? It's too sudden. My voice comes out weird. Yes, you may not know this, but we are called synchronizers. Simply speaking, we can project ourselves into someone else and increase their powers. But it only works if the person is the opposite gender. Damn. Yes, my dog gasped, apparently.
She has very intense.
Akiha-sama is a woman, so we could not synchronize. That sucks, man. That sucks. Luckily, it doesn't seem like Kuro has that problem. That's why she had to drink my blood to form a fake bond. My body heat rises. It isn't the wildness of my heart, either. It's the true feelings of Tonoshiki coming to light. But that is... You're unable to return her feelings, right? So there's no other way. Please, have me. If we exchange our bodily fluids, then I'll be able to help your condition. If you do so, you can return to normal without Akiha-sama's help. I really can't ask for anything more. If I won't be a burden to Akiha, she won't have to drink any more blood. Well, she is a leech, but I'm saying she can get her fill of mana through just kisses from anyone. I'm sure she could mana transfer the old-fashioned way, too. And really, I want Kohaku-san, too. But I still feel there's something wrong about this. Shiki-san, were you lying when you said you liked me? Kohaku-san saying that with a smile, I start to lose control. It wasn't a lie. I always wanted you. Then please, let me give you strength. If you don't, you'll die and be unable to stop Akiha-sama. Saying that, she embraces my hand tighter onto her chest. Tender yet firmly elastic. Feeling the breasts of a young woman causes my head to spin. I understand. Kohaku-san is just continuing her act. I understand that she's just using me. But still, that's something important to me. Is this alright? Are you really okay with this, Kohaku-san? Yes. Because I love you too, Shiki-san. Woo! I know that smile is fake, but I believe the words. I want to believe in those words. I draw her close to me. When I kiss her, it's a violent, passionate, stealing kiss, completely different from before.
The corkscrew.
I don't know how long it's been, but I'm putting this up. Okay, so we're going into studio mode, we're going, wah, and we're transitioning. There we go. Her tender lips. I push my mouth against hers, as if steel...
Again.
Don't talk to me about that. Just deal with it. Maybe she needs to go out again. Maybe you should try that. I push my mouth against hers as if stealing her breath and hold her tightly against me. My capacity for logic has gone out the window. My mind is completely empty, without any serious thinking to fill it. All I can think about is making this moment last forever. But my body is at its limit. My legs sway beneath me. The arms embracing Kohaku-san fall to my sides, and I lean completely against her. Goodness, now look what happened, Shiki-san. That's what happens when you push yourself. My body is about to fall onto the floor. Please lie on the bed. I'll make you feel a lot better soon. No! I fall onto the bed. I can't even move. Even breathing is painful as the world warps around me like a smothering blanket. Crap. In this condition, I can't even embrace Kohaku-san. Even though I can get better, if I do what Tonomaki Hisa did, my body doesn't move. I can't even do that. Please relax. Just stay like that, and I'll do all the work. She puts her knees on the floor. From my vision, Kohaku disappears. Kohaku-san. The only response is the sound of something clattering from my hips. Ah. My breath stops as I realize it's the sound of my belt being removed. The sound and feel of my zipper being lowered. Hey, Kohaku-san! Acting like that was never gonna happen. No answer. Instead, Kohaku-san just carefully pulls back my underwear and bares me. Oh. My body feels warm all over. Not from excitement, but from embarrassment, as Kohaku-san stares at my hunting. Certainly I couldn't hide myself if I wanted to do this, but still, this isn't what I expected. I only thought about the actual sex. Kohaku-san, Yes? You have to start here if you want to get better. Her breath touches my skin. My cowled bulge rises in response. I hear her gasp. She gingerly sets my swelled 9 lives free from my pants with her little finger. Kohaku-san. Just a light touch. It was only her little finger, but the sensation races through my entire... Stella. Now, Shiki-san. Don't fight it. Just relax. She chides me as she begins to wrap her hand around me. Her fingers slowly begin to squeeze. Their coldness shoots right through me. My blood starts to gather up. The embarrassment crumbles away as a gasp escapes my throat. Yes, you can moan more. Woo! As if cooling something off, Kohaku-san blows air over me. With that, I become completely erect. Oh, and there's our first CG. And they're off! What's this? You're really healthy right here, Shiki-san. Her voice is sweet as she lightly rubs her nose against me. It's a different sensation. Oh, it's a different sensation than her fingers. As if trying to take in every nuance of my smell, Kohaku-san stimulates all around me with her nose. Shiki-san, you're so cute. Your smell is very faint, but you're so large and handsome. After sniffing, she slowly reaches out her tongue and touches the tip. If it's just for an instant, the feeling of her wet tongue touching me sends a shock through my body. The gathering heat at the base of my wicker man causes me to speak without thinking. That heat. You finally warmed up, I see. She happily brings a finger down to check. Her fingers start to move. Those 4 fingers start to caress me gently up and down. Her delicate kneading causes me to harden even more. The swelling increases, as if to escape the caress of her fingers. Not letting anything escape, her 4 fingers are joined by her tightly gripping thumb. Ah, you're really turned on, Shiki-san. Kohaku says, half amazed, half dreamily. I look at the slit in the tip of my, Nobu icicle? What? And see it already dripping. My face turns red. I turn away embarrassed, but Kohaku-san's flushed face moves forward and sniffs. Things will start to feel even better. The bone of my sword starts to overflow, her cute fingers now covered in that licentious fluid. Kohaku starts to stroke me earnestly. Sliding, sliding, sliding. I can't hold back my gasps. Even though it's simply rising and falling, her strangely flexible fingers ensure the sensations are not that simple. Her vivacious fingertips seem to be sucking my very skin. Shiki-san, you're amazing. You're still growing. No, that you are, Kohaku. That's right. Her fingers are stranger. She's the one who is shaping me, as if I were clay. Stop, Kohaku-san. You don't have to do that. I don't even care about anything else right now. It feels that good, but this isn't exactly what I wanted. I thought I would be holding her. This is a little different. It's enough, so you can stop now. Holding back my passion-racked gasps, I barely managed to say that. But her fingers do not stop. Her tongue, so red it looks like it's pained with fire, takes a lick. The pleasure causes me to clench my jaw in shock. She looks up at me with glazed eyes. Not yet, Shiki-san. This boy here tells me it isn't enough. Her red tongue traces a line up my Bellerophon. It glides up from my Armor of Fafnir to the very top of my Tower of Avalon. Her breath swirls around me. The wild exhalations seem to burn with the same fire as I do. You need to be more excited. Her tongue swirls around my, what is it, Hamesh Avanim? It seems almost poisonous. Even though it's so cute, its glossy, serpentine surface lengthens. Red tongue. It just creeps around my, Balmung. Like swirling blood. With just that, it feels so good, I may even pass out. Isn't that enough? I don't even know what I'm saying now. She pushes down into that opening with the back of her tongue. The back of her tongue feels completely different. She continues to caress me with her fingers while pushing down with her tongue. Not just up and down, but side to side. Sliding, pushing, pulling. Stop, Kohaku! I'm coming! What was that? My Malamu Dinger tightens. The heat rises from the base of my, dynamic of the asteroid, and I can't hold it back anymore. Kohaku's fingers stop it completely. Her little finger, only holding me up until now, becomes an iron vice, which stops the advance of my junk. Kohaku, what are... Not yet. You have to wait. This is your very last bit, so please, release inside of me. Her fingers separate. As if begrudging every drop, she kisses my convulsing Legend of Dracula. She lightly places her hands on my body. I fall back. Kohaku quietly places herself over me. Her hips fall, guiding my, Zabania into her sweet passage. Kohaku drops onto me. That was fast. I can't see anything. The sound of me entering Kohaku reaches my ears. That sensation. I can feel this warmth at my Garden of Avalon. He reaches down my Lord Camelot, and my world spins in pleasurable upheaval. Wow, I can actually show this one without the censors. Would you look at that? Kohaku tries to hold back a cry, but her breathing becomes labored. Are her eyes closed because she's trying to hold back pain? Exulting in the contact, Kohaku starts to bring me inside of her. Everything is still dark. I don't know what just happened. I look, but I can't see anything. All I know for sure is that I can feel Kohaku. Warm. No, hot. Her insides are tight and continually pull me further in. To be honest, I feel I have to congratulate myself for not releasing already. I wouldn't call that thick. She just got that big old, I guess it's a kimono. It's just a very plain one. This is completely different than her tongue and fingers. Something feels strange. Is it her wetness? The feeling of immersion, and a tickling sensation coming from what feels like a multitude of soft folds. Shiki-san, you're so hard, please. Sliding. Her hips gradually lower. Her wetness flows all over me. I still can't see clearly. What's going on? She's lowering her body, but it feels like it's rising. Exulting in the sensation of our rubbing skin, I want to hold Kohaku, whose face is clouded, as if resisting something closer to me. So how come? My body is drowning in pleasure, but my mind seems to have stopped. I don't get it. Don't I want her? This feels so good, so why? Too much. Her hips stop. I feel something hard inside of her tightening. With the tip of my, Chronos rose. I can feel her tightening all the way to my very base. I'm almost completely inside her. Her hands push down on my chest, as if stopping herself from going any further. She breathes hard, as if she were in pain. She doesn't lift her hips, as if she merely wants to wrap herself around me. I realize that even her anguished face is just too beautiful. I really do love Kohaku. Just a little more, Kohaku's voice. With a final thrust, she begins to move downwards. Her skin and mine fuse, and she leans down against me. A brief spasm. My Tarask, now fully embedded within her, voices its pleasure. Ah, all of it, inside me. She leans her body against my chest. Kohaku's face is full of ecstasy. Seeing that face, I lose myself completely. I feel her breast through her kimono. Her delicate, slender body contrasts with her lasciviously spread legs, and I almost pass out. If I do this, I can be really close to your face. Kohaku looks up at me from my chest. Kohaku-san. Yes, you don't have to hold back any longer. Please, like this, give me as much as you want. But this feels so good, but I can't even hold her. I understand my uneasiness from before. Because I love her so much, I can't just do anything as clinical as just exchanging bodily fluids. No, Kohaku-san, I can't. Well then, I'll just have to move then. Not stopping to hear my response, she starts to move her hips. Hey! My entire body shivers. With me still inside of her, she rocks her hip in a circle. Impaled as she is, she can't move around too much. It feels like hundreds of tongues are licking all around me. And that number multiplies as the sensation of her moving overwhelms me. I close my mouth and resist as hard as I can, but that mouth keeps strangling me with pleasure. I want to die. No, if I die here, I won't even care because it feels that good. My manhood feels like it's in a dimension of pure pleasure. The nucleus of pleasure rotates inside of Kohaku's body. I can only breathe. Shiki-san, please use your hips. Engulfed in pleasure, Kohaku-san asks for the impossible. The heightening waves of sensation crash through my head. Yes, there, Shiki-san, anytime you want. Her hair flutters freely. As she asks, I raise my hips. I can't breathe. I want to release it all. Everything is building to a head, but I can't. She tightens around me so much, I can't let anything out. There must be really something wrong with me. This incredible pressure isn't painful. The pressure amounts to the center of my, Remesium tenteris. The skin around me is rather soft, so it isn't like it hurts. How is it, Shiki-san? Does it feel good? Kohaku speaks with a bewitching voice. That goes without saying. Then I guess that's a yes. Her hips stop. I'm saved. With this, I won't have to. Instantly. With all the force of before, she tightens again. My hips rise. Kohaku looks down at my face. Come inside me. Her voice rises like that of an innocent child. That which I held back for so long rushes forth. More than that. More than I thought possible from one go. And it's all released inside of her. The sound of my breathing is all that echoes in the room. Kohaku gets off of me and places her hand against my forehead. Thank goodness. Your body temperature has returned. I guess we really are compatible with each other. Usually, if you have previous bonds like me, once isn't enough. She sounds extremely happy. Certainly, my body is completely different than before. Even though I'm breathing hard from exertion, for the first time in days, I can move as freely as I want to. That is so fortunate. But you're tired, right? I was worried I wouldn't accept you with just one attempt. It seemed more than once for you right now would have been life-threatening. Straightening her kimono, she moves away from the bed. She seems truly happy that I returned to normal. But I'm not happy at all. Please rest until I return with some new clothes. My powers will not work completely right away, so please just relax. Kohaku goes to leave the room. I can't resist seeing her smile like that. Kohaku-san! Huh? I get up from the bed and grab her hand. I don't say anything. I just hold her slender hand in mine. Is there something wrong, Shiki-san? I look down and grit my teeth. Her warmth flows through my hand. If I let her go, maybe it will never have been real. Even I know that I'm, betting my life by trying to stop Akiha. I only have now. I can only love her for real right now. So I don't want something like that. Don't go. Shiki-san? This won't work, Kohaku. It wasn't enough. Looking down and blushing furiously, I tell her what I feel. I'm sorry. I knew just once would not be enough to accept you. Forgive me for making you say that. Please wait. I will do it again in an easier... Kohaku-san looks distraught. No, that's already done. My body is recovered. It isn't my body that hasn't had enough. It's my heart. Huh? Your heart? Kohaku's expression grows confused. Shiki-san, it didn't feel good? With a serious look, she asks me this unbelievable question. But now is not the time to be embarrassed. That's not it at all. It felt really good. I'm being completely honest. Shiki-san, you look so cute when you blush. Kohaku smiles happily. So what? Wasn't enough? I don't understand what you're saying. Isn't it obvious? What we did couldn't be called making love. I didn't want to do it like that. I don't get it. I think that was the best method for exchanging bodily fluids, and you've recovered, right? I said that's not it. When you said what we had to do, I was incredibly happy. I was so happy that I forgot all about Akiha. I like you so much that I couldn't care about anything else. I don't care about synchronizing or anything like that. I just want to hold you. It did feel good, but I don't like that. It was only me. You didn't get to feel good, right? I don't have that much experience, but I want you to feel as good as I did. That's why it wasn't enough. I just want to show you how much I like you. This has nothing to do with synchronizing. I just want to be with you. I grip her hand tighter. She looks at me, in surprise. When you say it like that, there's a problem. Well, I've never done that. Her face turns bright red as she says this. Her previously dry hand suddenly becomes wet. As close as I am, I can hear her heart pounding. I finally realize something. Until now, she's never slept with anyone out of love. Tono Makihisa looked at her as only a tool. Kohaku simply accepted that role too. I can't believe it. She was forced to do this almost every day, but she really didn't know the real meaning behind two people sleeping together. Kohaku-san, I want to see you naked. No! I like this bro. No! What are you saying all of a sudden, Shiki-san? Her whole body turns red as she shouts. I see. I didn't really want to think of it this way, but what you did before was just an obligation. You're right. You can't get naked in front of someone you don't even like. She shifts her gaze away and her blush deepens. She looks impossibly cute as she mumbles something in response, fidgeting with the edge of her kimono. That's not true. My body is dirty, so I don't want to show you, Shiki-san. I don't think so. That's not true at all. Even if it were, I would still think you're beautiful. I pull her closer. I press her up to my chest. After enjoying that moment, I move around behind her and begin to nuzzle the base of her neck. Shiki-san. There's no stopping now. Holding her trembling body, I begin to tease her neck with my tongue.
Yahoo! Yoshi! Nubba 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 nubba.
Ooh, baby! After drawing a smooth, glassy line, I kiss her gently. A faint sigh. Her face still painted red. She silently accepts everything I do. What's this? Your skin, it's so clean, so beautiful. I continue licking her fine porcelain skin. Her eyes remain closed as she shudders slightly. Maybe it really is her first time having someone treat her like this. Her reactions are nothing like seductive voluptuousness. Her reactions are nothing like the seductive voluptuousness earlier. For some reason, I feel like this strong urge to tease her. You're sensitive here? I whisper to her from behind. With her mouth closed, she just shakes her head back and forth. She answers one way, but her body responds another. Oh, really? Then it's okay if I do this? I press my lips tightly against her neck. I let my tongue firmly play along her neck. Shiki-san? Her lips shake. While still tasting her skin, I place my hands over her shoulders and begin to slide her kimono off. As expected, she silently offers no resistance. Swish! Her kimono, Jesus Christ. Water time! Her kimono clears her shoulders. Her lips tighten. She's probably embarrassed. She still offers no resistance as she trembles. Not in satisfaction, but in anticipation. Kohaku, you want this, right? Yes. She speaks softly, as if she doesn't want to be heard. Her kimono drapes to the side. Only one thought enters my mind. She really is beautiful. Her fine white skin, the vivid lines of her collarbone, her trembling white Papias metamorphosis. Her white skin is now tinged a pale shade of red. Seeing her with her eyes closed in embarrassment and lips slightly open with unease makes me love her even more. Shiki-san, her voice rises. I instantly wrap my fingers around her exposed, assault medicine full burst party? Giving them a light squeeze. Hot. My fingers sink into her tender flesh. Just touching them sets my brain afire. Shiki-san, what are you doing? That's an odd question. What am I doing? I'm making love to you. I grip harder. Her tender mounds shiver in response as I need them. She suddenly throws her head back and arches her back. The fun has just started, and her, switch-on Argitlums have already become as hard as bullets. I don't believe it, Shiki-san, Lips shaking, she desperately holds her voice back. My teasing fingertips sense the rising heat of her body. I can hear her panting, her breathing. It's the same as when she was riding on top of me. Kohaku. Your Pashupatas are sensitive too? No, that's not it. Her words trail off as she gasps for breath. This is strange. Yeah. You sound so horny. Kohaku's blush deepens, reveling in her reactions. I lick her neck once more. Shiki-san, that tickles. What's this? You said you weren't sensitive here. So I wonder if I do this. Holding her writhing body close to mine, I release my hold on her. Kohaku gasps in response. And then I take my thumb and forefinger and squeeze a delicate pink wasabi shakti. Her body jolts. My fingers move harder. Sensing her enjoyment, they twist even harder, and I use my nails this time. Kohaku exhales forcefully. This time it seems like it's almost painful. Kohaku-san, is this? I didn't really think it, but... Is this the first time you've felt this good? She stops breathing for an instant. Still looking down in embarrassment, she gives me a slight nod. I'm sorry, I feel strange. I know I should be servicing you, but... Just your touch makes my head spin. She breathes out again. As if trying to force out all the heat in her body, she takes another breath. This is strange, isn't it? I've never felt this way before. Nothing is happening and my body is still so hot, Shiki. What did you do to me? Her voice hesitates and falters. I realize she isn't even standing on her own. She leans against me, and I feel that if I let go, she will collapse. Her arms and legs hang loosely to the sides. Be honest, does this feel good, Kohaku-san? She nods, ashamed. I see. Then it'll get even better. Kohaku-san, let's get rid of the rest of your clothes. No! I pretend not to hear her soft denial. Untying her obi while holding her, I quickly get rid of what's in the way of my body and hers. Her naked body is truly spectacular. Seeing her bashful face and her tender, delicate curves causes me to lose control. Shiki-san, you're not going to take off your clothes? What she says is only natural, but being naked now would expose that which has been yearning for quite some time. Soon. Here, come to the bed. Walking to the bed, I lay down on my back. I undo my zipper and my swollen golden drive immediately springs out. I hear a sudden gasp. She's probably surprised to see it erect so quickly. Hey, Kohaku, I need to pay you back, so come here. I invite her over, still pointing at her without my finger. How do you do that? Yes. She gets on the bed while breathing rapidly. It's just like before. She goes to right on top of me, face to face. No, not like that. Put your ass here, Kohaku. Shiki-san, what are you doing? Kohaku tries to escape, but my arms are much faster. I grab onto her hips and jerk them towards my face. Shiki-san, what are you... I told you I'm paying you back. It's your turn to feel pleasure. Grabbing her tender cheeks, I lower her hips. Before my eyes, in place of the ceiling, Kohaku's most private place looms over me. I lift my face between her legs. Just seeing her from this angle makes my heart feel like it'll explode. Her delicious white thighs, and between them, her swollen lips. I feel like sweet honey would pour from these passionate petals if coaxed by my tongue. The sensuous curves of her bottom add another dimension of captivation, in addition to her bewitching thighs. Shiki-san! Kohaku's voice quivers. She must be embarrassed at having herself so open to me. A drop of her juice splashes onto my forehead. Kohaku, you're really getting into this. She doesn't say anything. All I can hear is her ragged, desperate breathing. I assail her with my tongue. I narrow my tongue and penetrate her flowery gait. Slide. Her pale pink folds part to accept me. I feel the passion burning inside her. I enter only the slightest bit, as if to only taste her dewing liquids. Her hips jerk upwards. Pushing down to prevent her escape, this time I caress the outside surface. My tongue rolls up and down, lapping up her flowing juices. Her breathing becomes even more wild. It harmonizes with the sound of me licking her wetness. Her breathing reaches its crescendo. I lose myself completely as I give her pleasure. All of a sudden, a shock runs up my spine. Wait, no. Damn it, Nobu. Get over here. Sorry, I'm doing the Nobu.
Nobu!
Kohaku! My tongue that was diligently massaging Kohaku stops. Her breath swirls around my, sword of Paracelsus. A new sound of moist flesh. Now it isn't just me expressing my love physically. Shiki-san, so warm. Kohaku begins to hungrily lick the tip of my, enuma elish. My back arches as the sensation courses through me. For a moment, I stop licking her and revel in the ecstasy her tongue gives me. With sweet, short gasps, she slowly plays her tongue along my skin. She licks only at the very tip. Hesitating, haltingly, slowly. Kohaku, it feels so good. I resume. My breathing increases, in depth, as her wetness rains down on me. Shiki-san, more. Faintly whispering, she grabs me with both hands. She gently pulls up my, invisible air. She starts to caress me with her tongue once more. This time she doesn't hold back. Completely different than before, she doesn't use any special technique. She only follows the instinctual urges of her body. This sets my body on fire, far more than any special technique. Her breathing continues its ragged procession. Does she enjoy caressing me that much? Her sweet juices continue to flow unhindered from her passionate tunnel. I drink every last drop of that sensuous nectar. There's a reason for this. Kohaku who is caressing me. Kohaku who is filling me with pleasure. I don't want to miss a single drop of anything coming from her. That's why I gather it all with my tongue, with my hand. The sound of meeting flesh echoes through the room. Not just the rubbing of our passionate places, but our whole bodies melting together. Her triple crane wings glide across my stomach. Her arms touching my sides, her legs resting by my head and shoulders. Sliding, sliding, sliding! Rubbing, sweat, her wetness. My junk, our bodies. Kohaku grasps continually. Her wildness spreads to me. I can't take this. Feeling my limit, I look down. Kohaku traces her fingers along my, Grendel buster and licks them clean with her red tongue. I wish this could go on forever, but I know it can't last. The swelling in my loins becomes a burning cyclone! Kohaku, lie down. I tell her gently. Huh? Lie down? She doesn't seem to understand, but moves to do as I said. She lies down flat on her back, propping myself above her, in perfect symmetry. I admire the view before me.
Nobu!
Crossing her arms bashfully, she looks up at me. Her skin still inflamed with passion. The beating in her chest paints her cheeks red. Shiki-san, my heart is racing. She speaks in a small voice, almost to herself. I know. Kohaku-san, you look like a little girl. Don't say that! She looks like an adult. Shiki, I want to smack you. I speak the first thing that pops into my head. Still blushing, she nods in response.
Nyoba nyoba. Nyoba.
This is strange. I've done this so many times, but I never had this incredible tightness in my chest. Of course. The one she slept with never had any feelings for her at all. She's not 14. She's not 14, though. That's wrong. That's wrong. I see. Is it bad? No. I am so happy. It makes me scared. Her voice is full of hesitation. This isn't the perpetually smiling Kohaku. I think this is her true self. I don't want to steal this lovely moment, but I'm just embarrassed. Just having you look at me like this, my body, it's never been this hot before. Oh, I know Kagetsu Toya. I know very much. Len. You shouldn't be. I just love looking at you. But it can't be helped. I just love you so much. I want you to feel good too. Stop, Shiki-san. You can say those things so easily, but I'm so embarrassed. I don't even know how to smile at a time like this. Still blushing, she looks directly at me. My blood starts to race. There was no more need for words. Kohaku. I lower my body. She shyly positions herself to accept me with her arms still crossed. I spread her legs apart and lower my hips. I didn't even touch her yet, and her face tightens in pain. She really doesn't know how to respond. Her pained expression is a mix of uneasiness and longing. Kohaku, here I come. She nods silently. I hold myself right in front of her. Between her legs, both of her thighs quiver uncontrollably as liquid anticipation flows freely from her lovely well. My saliva has mixed with her wetness. Slide! I begin moving. Her body reacts sensitively. My tip has been well lubricated by her saliva as well. Is there any H scene where Shiki doesn't look or say something that makes him look like a tier A jackass? No. No. You could get married pretty early in Japan, I think. But that's also different than age of consent, which is just not even really worth discussing in Japan. It's that, like, at that point, it's you gotta look at the morality of things individually. Entering is not a problem. Our flesh begins its dance as my, I'm running out of noble phantasms! No, anime, the default age is 16. Usually it's 16. When in doubt, it's 16. Akihi's age scene? What? Oh, Akiha. What about Akiha? Oh, right. Our flesh begins its dance as my star platinum clears her lower lips. Kohaku's body rises and falls. Is she nervous? She's much tighter than before. I can only... Sorry, connection's going all over the place. Give me a moment. She's much tighter than before. I can only enter. Tip deep, unable to go further. Kohaku, are you okay? Yes, I want you, Shiki-san. Her hands strongly gripping the bedsheets. She looks up at me with moist eyes. I start moving again. I thrust my hips violently, as if to break her tightness. She raises her head. My pulse runs through my body at full speed. Kohaku's tightness flesh transforms into numerous squeezing folds. The sensation is almost torture. There's something wrong with the way that she feels. The sharp, burning pleasure comes not from my, fleur-de-lis, but from behind and rockets up my spine. Resisting it, I move my hips. No matter what, I'm going to penetrate to her center. I begin to thrust in and out, not yet reaching her center. Thrust, squeeze, thrust, squeeze. The sounds of our fluids and flesh mingle into a glorious cacophony. Kohaku. Yes, Shiki-san. Her back starts to arch. At the same time, the pressure increases. The pleasure causes me to grit my teeth in desperation. She hasn't climaxed yet, so no matter what, I can't end it now. But really, why does it feel this good? Inside of her is a world of contradiction. She's flowing so much, but she's gripping me like an iron. Like iron, rather. Her undulations and spiraling rotations cause waves of pleasure to crash into me. Every coiling of her tender skin feels completely different. Despite this, I force myself to continue without giving in to the sensation assailing me. Her sweet voice, but she isn't the only one resisting something. In other words, I am. This sensation, Kohaku's warm envelopment. Nobu, 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 Nobu. Not buckling under the weight of the feeling welling up within me, I resume moving my hips. My body springs upward desperately. Our bodies are still fused together. I thrust even harder. Shiki-san, more gently. Betraying her words, her body writhes and assails me with a passion that threatens my sanity. Ah, Kohaku! Slide, slide, slide! I go crazy. I move in to receive the ecstasy. I move out to escape the euphoria. An endless dance. Our fluids coat each other's bodies. Deeper, deeper! More, stronger. Until I reach her center. I can't stop until I touch every bit of her. I savagely pierce her, as if I can't hold anything back. Shiki-san! Her voice gradually becomes drowned completely in passion. Her spread legs wrap fiercely around my back and push me deeper in. No, stop! Ah! She doesn't seem to have much energy left. I clasp her hands and desperately resist the nearing finish. A jolt runs through me. It strikes deep into my very brain. But finally, I penetrate to her full depths. Her figure now writhes in ecstasy. The cycle continues. Having won my prize, I thrust to her very core, over and over and over. Oh, Shiki-san! I sink. Kohaku rises up to meet me. Kohaku, I'm gonna come! I grip my teeth. Yes! Come inside me, Shiki! I thrust my hips forth with all of my strength. One last push. My convulsing, eightfold blessings of Amaterasu explodes as I climax deep inside of her. Kohaku's lips open and close, and she falls completely drained to the bed. Ah, my body presses down against her. She lies unmoving as if sleeping. Aren't I the same? I'm exhausted. My body still hasn't fully received all its energy, and the pleasure was so immense. I ran my body past its limits, and I lay there, collapsed. I'm sleepy. I catch my breath next to her. My consciousness gets hazy. Kohaku's profile moves in rhythm with her breathing. And with just that, I feel relaxed. I lie on my back and stare at the ceiling blankly. I can't let myself fall asleep now, as it'll be a waste. I want to keep feeling her soft breath, and I resist the urge to sleep. Don't forget you have a job to do, though. Day 11, Nanaya. Okay, so we can... Scene done. We did it. I blankly stare at the ceiling as I continue lying in bed. Kohaku is nestled beside me. I can only hear her breathing softly. She's probably asleep. I reach out and clench my hand into a fist. All right. I don't feel any more pain or dullness. It feels like her warmth is still around me. It hasn't gone through me completely, but I can feel my energy gradually increasing. Soon, I'll be able to move as I wish. Yeah, definitely get your sleep, dude. It's no use hurrying to Akiha's room, so until then, I want to quietly linger here with Kohaku-san. Shiki-san, close nearby. I hear Kohaku-san's voice. Please don't answer. I just want to say something. It's just my spoken thoughts, so please just listen. Thank you. Her voice is strangely calm. I nod quietly and continue to stare at the ceiling. I can feel her gaze shift towards me. I'm not the girl that you think I am. I don't have a sense of self of my own. Even now may simply just be another act. See ya! A long time ago, I was always quiet. I never understood why people smiled or frowned or could ever discover the meaning behind it. But I think that I did have a self. Until I was brought to this mansion, I really was alive. After coming here, I was forced to know unbearable pain. I think that is what destroyed my true self. I just became this doll that was just there. It was more bearable, and it was the only way I could survive. But even though I did that, it didn't solve anything. So I searched for a purpose and started to act to fulfill my purpose. I was a doll without any identity, so if I wore the right clothes, I could become anyone. Put back the graphic? The graphic's up. What are you talking about? Are you behind me a bit in the stream? You might be. But even if I became someone else, it was just an act. I could laugh or cry, but I could not understand if I was really happy or really sad. Do you think you can list your least favorite to most favorite? I like them all. I really do like them all. I feel like... I almost want to see more of the emotional connection with Arcoade that we got out of these. Maybe it's because it's the first route I played, but I feel these are a lot more intimate. No, my screen block isn't on. Yeah, there's no screen block on. I'm confused. Isn't it funny? In order to protect myself, I cast away my identity and became just a doll. But the more of that I do, the more broken I become. I became good at acting, an expert at lying, and could deceive anyone with my smile. But as I try to fulfill my purpose like that, I keep losing myself that I wanted to protect. Just what is happiness? What is this thing called sadness? I became unable to even remember the meaning of pain itself. But then I would remember one thing. My heart would become agitated. When I would remember that boy who disappeared 8 years ago, I would get this feeling I could not understand. Could not understand. There's not a Nobu on my screen. There is no Nobu. Or you're saying I should put up the graphic. Fine. If that's true, then I'll take your word for it. I see you're trying to, warn me in advance. The boy who was always playing in the garden, who knew nothing about me, yet invited me with his eyes. I didn't like him or hate him. I was just scared. After trying so hard and becoming a doll that could endure the pain, I felt like I would realize it was all an illusion when I watched that boy. When that boy lost his life in the garden, I was watching by the window. He died saving a girl that was not even related to him by blood. I couldn't pull my eyes from that scene. The reflection of my face in the mirror was terrifying. That was the first time I ever hated anyone. Basically, I really was frustrated. I hated him and only him. I hated him to the point of tears. I don't hate Makihisa-sama. I really didn't feel anything at all towards him. Towards Shiki-sama who killed that boy, or Akiha-sama, who was saved by that boy. I didn't feel anything at all. I guess I was just taking it out on someone, because I couldn't understand why he did that. I just kept watching his discarded, bloody body. Did he value someone more precious than his own life? Otherwise, he would have never protected Akiha-sama like that. But if he could do that, why didn't he ever help me? Why? Why were the people around me not as kind as he was? I don't know what feeling that was, but in my emotionless days, only that boy was shining. Slowly, Kohaku lifts herself up. Oh, well that's cute. That's cute. I see what you're saying now. But that's it. I don't understand this feeling right now. I am very happy right now, but that just might be another charade, right? Hey, is this alright, Shiki-san? Believing in me, someone who doesn't know if she loves you, like you do or me? Or sorry, who doesn't know if she loves you like you do me? Okay, well, that wasn't very specific. You should say, put up the sensors, you're gonna need it. That would be like, oh, I see what you're saying. But yes. Didn't I say it before? Shiki dying was his version of the high jumps. Yes. I don't even know what kind of person I am. Since I'm just a doll, I can become any Kohaku that I wish. So this Kohaku that you say you love, it isn't me, it just might be another pretend Kohaku. She speaks with a satisfied smile and a wavering voice. But that can never be true. That's not true. Acting, faking, that doesn't have anything to do with it. You are you. A truly mean-hearted person can't pretend to truly be kind. No matter how you act, you are still the same inside, Kohaku-san. That's right. Even if it is just an act, Kohaku-san seems like she's having so much fun. That means she's enjoying that role. It was her dream that could become real if she really wished for it. Yeah, even if everything was just a lie, I would still like the another new Kohaku-san. Definitely. Kohaku-san nods happily. That's true. I thought you'd say that. Her lips draw close. She launches a surprise attack and kisses me. Her tongue slides into my mouth. I feel something hard. Something descends down my throat. Hey, Kohaku-san, what did you make me swallow? Huh? Something feels so good. The ever-present pain in my body fades and drowsiness floods over me. Hey, Shiki-san. I just have one last question for you. Which Kohaku do you like the best? Her close yet so distant voice. I feel faint. Even still, I have to answer her. I don't know, but I like this Kohaku. I speak as if in a dream. She looks at me in total surprise. Yes, I liked this Kohaku the best, too. With an unmatchable smile, she quietly stands up. The sound of a kimono being changed into. She must be out of bed and putting it on. Well then, Shiki-san, I have to take responsibility for what I have done. With a smile, one completely different than up until now, her true smile, she leaves the room. Wait, what are you doing, Kohaku? My consciousness flickers on and off. What's going on? My body is finally healed, but this time in my mind is fading. What am I doing? I rouse myself awake. Kohaku, what did she say to me when she left? I have to take responsibility for what I've done? You've got to be kidding me! Why did she try to do everything herself? There isn't any need to continue acting or hiding anything. I wouldn't do anything for her, so why? Sir, I would do anything for her, so why? Why is she still trying to go alone? Forcing me to sleep. Was she just worried about me? It's really beginning to piss me off. I get up from bed. The desk is so far away. Damn it, what kind of drug did she give me? I have to go to her room once and I have to clean out her room and take all her medicine away. I somehow walk and collapse onto the desk. On top is my knife. I must have put it there after taking it out of the drawer. Crap. I fell asleep again. What is this strong drowsiness? No matter how hard I try to fight it, it won't help. Damn it, Kohaku-san, I'll pay you back for this. I grab the knife. Ka-ching! It flies open. I take it in. Man, this is going to be extremely painful. Thinking that, I slice into the nail of my middle finger. The acute slicing pain drives straight into my brain. Take that! I pull the knife back out from my nail. Every time my finger feels pain, the sleepiness goes away. Wrapping my finger in a handkerchief, I stop the bleeding. Well, if it's like this, it won't stop me from gripping my knife. All I really need to do is hold it anyway. I don't even need physical strength required to cleave through things. Damn it. Don't do anything foolish, Kohaku. I jam the knife in my pocket and fly out of the room. I can't let Kohaku-san and Akiha face each other. If I can't prevent that, then something that can never be taken back will happen. Run, boy, run! I burst through the door. Kohaku-san! There isn't anyone in the room. Neither Kohaku-san nor Akiha. Are they next door? I run to the bedroom, but they aren't there either. Where did they go? I run my gaze to the clock. It says past midnight. It's already tomorrow. No way. When did that happen? I knew that I lost track of time when I was making love to Kohaku-san, but I didn't think it was this late already. By this time, Akiha has gone out to the streets to drink blood. No! I leave the mansion. There's no time to waste. Kohaku-san left to stop Akiha, but I don't think Akiha will listen to anything Kohaku-san has to say. Akiha isn't normal right now. If worse comes to worse, she'll see Kohaku-san as an obstacle that needs to be removed. It can't be. The school? That dream of drinking someone's blood. That dream of drinking someone's blood I once had after Shiki was killed by Akiha. I don't know how it happened, but if that was what Akiha was watching, that means Akiha has made the school grounds her feeding place, just like Shiki. Then, at this time, Akiha, who's a blood-sucking demon, won't be anywhere else but there. Sister, no! And I return to the place. It's quiet. The giant building bathed in moonlight does not look like a building that holds hundreds of students. Ooh, thank you, Kevin Dub. Welcome to being a supporter. That means you can have access to my Lessons in Magecraft series, all the ones that have not gone public yet. In order to find those, simply go to my community tab now that you are a supporter, and those posts will be there. The lower down you go, the older the video, so if you work your way up, you'll go in chronological. For a long time, it looks just like a monolithic tombstone, abandoned long ago, forgotten by memory, forgotten by time. My head starts to throb lightly. I ignore it and go through the gates. My headache multiplies in intensity the instant I step inside. My whole world wavers. My heart wakens. My fingers shiver in anticipation of battle. She's here. How vile. Only the smell of blood sticks to the air. The air is so full of heat and burns on my skin. The wind is dead. The stagnant air transforms into a red cage of decay. I see countless red strands of hair when I look past my glasses. The red hair permeates the school grounds and the building like the web of a 1,000-year-old spider. Not a hole anywhere to let its prey escape. Akiha, you... This place is already a different world. It's not a world humans should enter. Have you gone that far? My headache does not go away. The sharp pain of my cut fingernail. My heart lifts up a rhythm of delighted sobs. I take off my glasses and grip my knife. What lessons in Magecraft videos are not public yet? Quite a few. I think like 4 months worth of them. Which would be 4 videos at this point. I don't remember exactly. Let me see here. I've got a video on curses. I've got a video on Gesh. I've got a video on... What do you call that? I forgot. There's more, obviously. I've got one on Mystic Eyes. I've got one on the Rail Zeppelin train. And just this month, I released the one on, well, there was a one on Mystic Codes. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a one on Mystic Codes. There's one on, what the fuck do you call those things? Divine Constructs. That's right. How long has it been since I faced these lines? I never thought I would take off the glasses I received from Sensei of my own free will. I didn't even think in my dream that I'd be using them to face my little sister. I don't have time to complain. Everything is set. All that's left is for me to cut through this red lock of hair. I don't know you... Sorry. Gotta get that yawn out. Jesus Christ. How do I utilize Hans Christian Andersen? I'm not sure. I don't use him since I have a waiver. So I would probably say, ask anyone else in the chat. All that's left is for me to cut through this red lock of hair. Burning. Entering inside, the temperature is even hotter. Burning. I know what this heat is. I saw it in the dream. The vampire that attacked a young woman entered the school grounds and then... Burning. Dragging that body, went into that place. That room that the killer Shiki was once using. The silver moon looks down like a snake at the accused. Is Moses a servant? Not yet, no. He only has that artwork from Fate Requiem for Ozymandias. Burning. In this classroom. Akiha. Nausea fills me as soon as I enter. In between the desks lie the collapsed bodies of girls. 1, 2, 3... All of them have completely lost consciousness. On their necks are trails of blood. In the middle of it all, that red-haired monster is laughing. Oh, Nissan, you couldn't wait until tomorrow. She greets me without a trace of malevolence. That impulse assails me as soon as I see her. I desperately suppress the urge with all my strength. The moonlight streaming through the window illuminates her. I haven't moved a step since I entered the room. My instincts scream at me that this is bad. But this is something beyond what I expected. The Akiha that exterminated Shiki pales in comparison to this. I'm surprised. You weren't supposed to be able to walk, yet you forced yourself to come see me. I'm happy. I guess you finally understand my feelings. Her voice is full of happiness. My reason cries out. Tonoshiki cannot win against that thing. So you can't make it angry. Don't let it be your enemy. If you do that, you will surely be annihilated. Even still, I can't run away now. Akiha, where is Kohaku-san? The air itself stiffens from the overpowering presence. She grinds her teeth in displeasure. She's over there. I don't know what she was thinking, but she's now receiving her punishment for raising a hand against me. She looks to the wall, beside me. Huh? I follow her gaze. On the wall is the crucified form of Kohaku-san. What? Her body is floating in midair. No, it would look like that for someone else, but... My eyes can see what is tying her. Her body is pinned against the wall by something like red hair. The hair creakingly tightens around her arms and legs. Has she passed out? Her head is hanging down. She really looks like a butterfly caught in a spider's web. Don't you find it strange? Suspending herself to the wall like that is quite a feat, don't you think? Akiha giggles. But don't worry, Nissan. I don't kill cats that bite me once. After she receives her punishment, I will forgive her. What? Everything goes hazy. Kohaku's anguished figure and Akiha's red figure match up and all the rational thought is disappearing. But let me warn you, I don't care for pets that bite me. I guess it doesn't belong to me anymore in my heart. So there won't be a second time. I have no need for those that aren't mine. Hey, Nissan, I can be very cruel to those who betray me. The sound of tightening reaches my ears. The red hair binding Kohaku-san's arms and legs tightens even further, as if to rip her limbs off. Akiha, you! I run towards the wall. The hair binding Kohaku-san cannot be touched. This is just an extension of her hair. Only what Akiha is imagining. But putting Kohaku-san in her sight, Akiha is trapping Kohaku-san to the wall with her willpower. Kotori from X? I don't know. The flowing power looks like red hair. That is something she can't even see. I think suddenly, weren't my eyes designed specifically for this sort of thing from the beginning? And by facing death so many times, haven't they discerned the very concept of death? Whatever, that doesn't matter right now. If I can see it, then there isn't anything I can't cut. I can't let this red hair do what it wants to Kohaku-san. I swing my knife. Maybe it's because my heart is beating so fast. My knife swings out with a speed that surprises even me. It doesn't feel like I'm cutting through something. My knife glides through the red hair, with speed and accuracy, as if I were merely reaping the air for harvest. Before I realize it, I've sliced through all the hair binding Kohaku-san in one breath. Her body falls. I catch her and touch her cheeks. She's still warm. Her breathing is weak, but it isn't stopped. I can only see her few lines on her body. I let out a sigh of relief. I place her down on the floor. Thank goodness. If anything happened, thank goodness she's safe. Nissan, what was that just now? Her voice is shaking. I spin to face her, still gripping my knife in one hand. She looks at me and gasps. Bringing her hand to her mouth in disbelief, she looks at my eyes. What beautiful blue eyes. How come? You shouldn't have any strength like that left. Amazement permeates her voice. Did you? Akiha trembles. Nissan, you made a contract with Kohaku? Her voice quivers. It isn't full of hatred, but more like sorrow. This can't be. Then that means you chose not me, but... She staggers. She leans against the window with eyes full of stunned surprise. Her face is pale, and she looks like she will vomit. No, she does. She vomits as if crying. Her red hair fluttering, she hides her anguished face as she continues vomiting. It's almost as if she was letting out her screams. Thief cat! I should have killed you. That's right, she says as she stares at Kohaku-san's collapsed figure. She then laughs strangely from the bottom of her heart. Is this what you plan on doing, Nissan? You come here to betray me, and then come after me? Incredible. You weren't satisfied with betraying me once, but you asked for help from Kohaku, and come to kill me again. How thorough you are. Her laughing voice fills the room. The temperature of the room rises with it. On one hand, my heart is raging forth, and on the other hand, my reason is screaming warnings at me. The commands of kill and escape clash together. Stupid, that isn't it! I didn't come here to kill you. Liar, you slept with Kohaku, didn't you? Then you don't need my help anymore, do you? So isn't that why you came here? What did I just say? I said I didn't come here to kill you. Only to stop you from drinking any more blood. You were doing this to help me, right? So you don't have to anymore. My body is fine again. As long as Kohaku-san is near, You intend to just cast me off now? I really must look stupid. I thought of you so dearly. I loved you this much. But you don't even think of me. Cast you off? Don't say stupid things like that. You were very dear to me. Whatever you want, I can't say the words will do them. I know that what it is that she wants, but I can't do that. I can't betray Kohaku-san again. Liar. I have no need for someone like you. The entire room screams. The air is burning. Her red hair expands without limit. This is overwhelming power. I start to stagger. Unconsciously, my legs move back. I told you, Nissan, I have no need for pets that bite me once. Nissan, for me, you really were the most important person in the world. But that is all over. Because however much I yearn for you, if I can never have you, then aren't you just an eyesore? So I will kill you, Nissan. You are the most important thing to me, so I will not let anyone else have you. I can't breathe. The air in the room is like a furnace, burning the inside of my lungs. All around Akiha is the shimmering mirage. My heart, even now, the impulses still fight between escaping and killing. Geez, what's the matter, Nissan? I'm being generous here. If I became serious, then it would all be over, so I have to let you do at least a little bit, right? Here, won't you come slash at me like you did when you saved Kohaku? Her smile doesn't fade. This murderous feeling in the air almost makes me want to puke. Akiha is completely... I see, you're pretty weak, Nissan. You can't even bring yourself to kill me. But I'm different. I can't help but want to kill you. Because I've been holding back for so long. Your blood, your flesh, your warmth, your shape, everything. I always dreamed about making them completely mine and mine only. While her body shakes with each word, she smiles with pleasure. My heart feels like it has gone crazy. This thing before me, it's already no longer the Tono Akiha from before. I get a headache. It feels like it will split apart. The pain drives any thoughts out of my head. I'm about to go crazy. If my head hurts this much, I'll go crazy and feel like fighting Akiha to the death. Well then, let's fight to the death, Nissan. The Tono and Nanaya families have always had that connection. There's no need to hold back, right? She takes a step closer. Her red hair around the floor shakes. I don't care if you can't even do that. A spew of lies like you should just die here. She spits these last words. Like the time she killed Shiki, she stares at me. The ground jumps at me. That which cannot be seen, the red thing that looks like a fiery aura, tries to engulf me. The sound of something striking the ground echoes through the hallway. Huh? There's something wrong. The instant before I was to be enveloped by that fiery aura, my body instinctively sensed the danger and jumped back. I took a giant leap backwards and jumped again once I landed. With that, I made it this far. My breathing goes wild. This speed isn't natural. I was so fast that I disappeared from Akiha's vision in an instant. If I didn't do that, there's no way I could have escaped that fiery aura. In that dream, Akiha plundered Shiki's body with just her stare. I'm in the same position Shiki was. Akiha only needs to look while I need to close in. There's too much difference in our abilities. No. I said that I didn't want to fight you. My headache increases. It feels like my head's going to split in two and grow wings. The burning red aura flows out from the classroom door. She's transforming the entire air into pure vermilion and comes out into the hallway after me. After a classroom's length lies between me and her. About a classroom's length. Amazing. Just what kind of body do you have, Nissan? Her hair waves around. The air in the hallway starts to increase without limit. Even if it is night, disappearing from my view like that is strange. Your legs really are amazingly fast. If it isn't you, you're hiding... If it isn't that you're hiding your body behind anything, you're just moving faster than my eyes can track. My forehead throbs. My headache multiplies in intensity. But that is over as well. I won't make the same mistake, and you can't escape my vision here. Certainly this is worse than the classroom. The stairs are a long way behind me. No matter how fast I run, Akiha will simply seize my back with her fiery aura. But if I run into another classroom, I'll just be a caged rat. She'll probably destroy my arms and legs one by one, like pulling the legs off a bug. First, that's right, I'll destroy those wonderful running legs of yours. Her eyes fixate on my legs. The air itself smells of burning. I jump back. The air around me turns to that fiery aura and wraps around my arms and legs. I swing my knife. What I see is satisfactory. This headache tears at my right brain. Slice. I slice apart the red hair with the air around it. Akiha moans and stares at me full of hatred. But I'm also in pain. Even though I sliced it apart quickly, my arms and legs feel a little burning sensation. My headache gets worse, and it feels like I really will split apart. Again, why can you do such things? She walks over towards me, staggering. She must think that it doesn't work because she cannot focus on my distant figure. Well, that's probably right. Her power works proportionally to the clearness of her vision. Because we're in a building in the middle of the night, her fiery aura is slow in catching me. If it were daytime, her vision and the fiery aura would probably be the same speed. If that was the case, I wouldn't be able to kill that aura fast enough. I pull back with the burning still in my legs. Akiha follows. Since we are cautious of each other, we keep our distance as we shift down the hallway. And then, a figure emerges from the classroom we were just in. My mind freezes. My headache and my heartbeat disappear. This can't be happening. Why did you come out? Why couldn't you stay passed out in the classroom? Akiha-sama. Akiha turns to face the voice behind her. I feel despair creeping all around me. Please stop. If you do this, you will only hurt yourself, Akiha-sama. Even if you keep drinking blood and go insane like Shiki-sama, you will still suffer. Sorry, I got an itch on my beard. I gotta shave today, gotta shave. I have to shave way too much. Swaying, wavering. Like she will collapse at any moment, Kohaku-san walks toward Akiha. Stop! My outcry can't reach her. To get to Kohaku-san, I have to get past Akiha. How can I do that? You can still make it, Akiha-sama, but if you kill Shiki-san, you really will turn into a Tono demon. Akiha looks at me and Kohaku-san, and then... It's too late. I already am a blood-sucking demon. I won't listen to what you have to say anymore. Suffer? You don't know anything about what I'm feeling, so don't try to lecture me about it, Kohaku. This feels wonderful. I can understand what Shiki was feeling. This is the first time I've ever felt this kind of freedom, so I can't go back now. You're wrong! That is only what you're telling yourself. Isn't it just that you killed Shiki-sama and Shiki-san found out about everything, so you want to make everything like it never happened? But that is something you cannot do. No matter how crazy you may act, you're really... Silence! Don't try and act like a good person after setting us up to kill each other. Akiha's hair dances in the air. This isn't entirely different than the amount of power she directed against me. You must be satisfied. Just like you planned, Nissan and I are trying to fight to the death. Your revenge is now complete, right? Kohaku-san's words are cut off. I see. Nissan doesn't know. That Kohaku was merely manipulating you so that you won't be confident in yourself, Nissan. Akiha directs her gaze toward me, as if she was winning a debate. Didn't you think it was strange, going to sleep early every night, having your memories obscured? That was all Kohaku's doing. She prepared you drugs instead of medicine, and then all she had to do was whisper in your ear while you were high. You were the killer stalking the streets, was all she had to say. And after making you a killer, she tried to get you to kill me. No, even if you didn't become the killer, you just had to walk the streets at night. While she made this elaborate play, pitting you and I against each other, Kohaku prepared everything with a smile. In order to carry out her revenge against the Tono family, Kohaku deceived even you, who had no connection to this, and completed the situation we are in right now. Yeah, it seems so clear now. That's why Kohaku-san would always appear at the right time, always telling me what I wanted to know, always giving me the medicine when I couldn't sleep. But still, for Kohaku, you and I were just pieces to complete her play. Don't you understand? To Kohaku, you are nothing more than a tool. But still, you chose her over me? Yes. Akiha says this tearfully. But still, I knew. All of that. I already knew it, Akiha. Huh? A questioning voice. I wonder which of them said it. Water time. About Kohaku using me. I knew that a long time ago. But that doesn't matter. I love Kohaku-san, so no matter what she does, I just believe in her. A gasp. She really is surprised. With a distant, longing, unreaching eyes, she looks at me. Akiha's dry, doll-like laugh. Then I'm just some sort of clown? Rejected by the one I love the most, who is being used as a tool by the one he loves instead? Still, you still want to steal him from me? Don't be ridiculous, Kohaku! Akiha. Her red hair starts to flow. I run. Even if Akiha ends up killing me, even if I can't make it, I don't care. I run and reach out my hand. But I knew the cruel reality, the instant she walked out of that classroom, that my hand will never make it to her. A sickening sound. Akiha's hair pierces Kohaku's chest like a spear. Shocked. No. As if she was accepting it. She didn't even try to dodge. She collapses. Her kimono wavers in the air, as if it was all in slow motion. My brain doesn't want to confirm it, and lags behind the flow of time. I was just taking it out on someone. I remember those words. I couldn't understand why he did that. Did he value someone more precious than his own life? She always wanted to become that precious someone. But that didn't happen, so she lived alone. As if saying this is the only result that she could end up in. If he could do that, why didn't he ever help me? That's sin. Not just 8 years ago, but it returns even in this instant. I thought it was so strange. Why? Why were the people around me not as kind as he was? Her falling body. In that instant, even with her eyes clouding over, I see Kohaku-san smiling at me, or so I think. God damn it! Did I see the latest episode of Redo of Healer? No, I need to do it. Last I saw, he was banging the beast girl that he had just acquired after helping her get her revenge. My legs stop. I can't speak. I can't breathe. My piercing headache is the only thing that continues. A fitting end for a thief cat. Akiha laughs. This piercing headache. I can't go back. I killed Shiki. Even Nissan rejected me. Then I have nowhere else to go. I'm free now, so there shouldn't be any pain. She faces me. The air burns again. Her hair coils around her like a snake. It seems like every one of them has a mind of its own. This piercing headache. Headache. Didn't you want to kill me? This headache. 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 Headache! Not Kohaku-san. Wasn't I the one you wanted to kill, Akiha? Headache, 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 headache. I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm angry. At myself who could not save her. At myself who's still living right now. At Akiha who could not save her. At Akiha who's still living right now. What? Did you want to die quickly, Nissan? Well, I wouldn't forgive her, even if she apologized. I would have killed her sooner or later. Because it's not like she had any reason to live. She was broken a long time ago. So isn't it doing her a favor to just throw her away? If someone breaks, then it's a favor for them to throw them away. So, you aren't Akiha. She isn't the Akiha that I know. I was just refusing to acknowledge that she was already possessed by that mirage so long ago. Fine, Akiha, as you wish. 8 years ago, like when we ran in the garden. Come on, let's begin our fight to the death. My headache stops. Tonoshiki dies. Nanayashiki saunters out of the dark night. I visually gauge the distance between me and my enemy. It's about 10 meters. I need 2 steps to get into my knife range. To ensure a kill, I need to take 3 steps. There isn't any cover in the hallway, and it's not big enough to hide myself by moving around. Even if I use the walls or the ceiling, I will have difficulty avoiding her gaze. Even if I take 2 steps, Akiha can easily fix her eyes on me in one motion. That is the situation. From this distance, I will die faster since she will be slightly faster. I see. You're finally in the mood, Nissan. Akiha takes a step forward. Even though it's dark, with this distance, she can see me clearly. Another step. If she takes another step, that will be my signal. Do I kill her now or pull back? If I make a mistake, I will end up engulfed in Akiha's hair like Shiki in that dream. Another footstep. So we are supposed to say, pull back for now. Yes, if you're banging your sister, you pull out, man. You pull out. It's too early. To absolutely ensure my kill, the enemy needs to be defenseless. You made a mistake, Nissan. That was your last chance to kill me. The enemy stops. Her breathing and stare are full of confidence. That means this distance right now is her maximum range in this dark hallway. You were so quick earlier. I thought I would still lose sight of you, even in this narrow hallway with your speed. But that won't happen with this distance. I am close enough to see the color of your eyes, so I can easily track you. No matter how fast I dash, she is saying she will kill me before I get close. But that's only if I dash towards her. She narrows her eyes. Is she bothered by the fact that she has my life in the palm of her hand? Or that I'm so calm? Or does that cause her to hesitate? Whichever one it is, just like Shiki thought, she really doesn't understand what a battle to the death means. You look like you're planning something, Nissan. She says the obvious. There's no need to answer. Is she stupid? I mutter and switch my knife to the other hand. I take it from my dominant hand and place it in my left. I have figured out her range. All that's left. Ridiculous. You're getting scared now. I'm not scared. You're the one being scared and not able to move. Okay, you can kill me, right? Then you should do so. If you do nothing, I will kill you next time you blink. I'm about sick and tired of seeing your face. The air around her swirls. Her desire to kill starts to embody itself in her red hair. Her gaze and the surrounding air that turns crimson and tries to wrap around my arms at the same time. I leap back. More than anything, I slice the red hair coming to wrap my dominant hand. Akiha's clipped voice. I then switch to the knife to my freed dominant hand. I slice the hair around my left arm, It took a bit to free myself of this hand. I can't feel my left arm. I can't see any wounds, but there isn't any sense or feeling. I see now, that's what it does. I jump back even more. The red hair chases me. It isn't as quick as before, but it still wraps around my limbs. No, chasing isn't the right word to use. There's no way to escape this red hair. When she sees me, it's already wrapped around me. It's wrong to imagine dodging it or avoiding it. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. Like the air touching my skin, the red hair is already wrapped around me. Therefore, there was no way to escape from that attack. If there is anything I can do, it's before Akiha steals something from me. I have to cut that pipeline, that red hair of hers. The interval between her seeing something and stealing from it is only an instant. But the target isn't clear in her vision. There is a small time before she can actually steal from me. Before she can steal too much from me, I cut the hair to avoid a fatal wound. That's all I'm doing. Even though I can see her image of red hair, it doesn't make a difference that her ability is overpowering. Maybe she's taking it easy. But she follows me without running. I cut the hair that comes to bind my arms, legs, and body continuously. The left arm that I sacrificed to confirm her power doesn't move at all. There's no pain. There's no blood. But despite my clothes, I can tell that a big part of the flesh is taken away by burn wounds. What's making me uneasy is that the open flesh sends sickening cold air into me. Thanks to that, I can't concentrate fully on escaping. My efforts to escape Akiha's gaze gradually become slower, and I soon stop. And it now becomes Akiha's range. Oh, what's this? All you can do is run away? I told you my prey will only end up burning. She must be confident that I've been driven into a corner. She stops walking and glares at me. It's over, Nissan. Isn't it going to be fun? You're going to be killed by me without leaving a trace. I told you. Talking like that is a useless excess, Akiha. Crash. I jump back to the stairs and jump down them without using the steps. What? I hear her voice coming from above. I was only jumping straight back this whole time, so she could not react to me moving sideways. Well, I planned to reach the stairs while moving back, so it's no coincidence. Why, you! Stand still! Akiha looks down the stairs to try and see me. Now. Before she can do that, I jump down one more time. Flying down the stairs a second time causes my knees to protest in agony. I ignore it and run to the hallway. I hear the dry sound of Akiha's footsteps rushing down the stairs. Window. This is the second floor. I can jump outside and still be okay. But then I'll end up like Shiki. I've repeated what happened in that dream this much, so I shouldn't have to copy what Shiki did to every detail. I enter the hallway. Even on the second floor, the red hair fills the air. They're like live blood vessels. Huh? The feeling in my leg disappears and I collapse on the ground. Crap. My left leg is wrapped in hair. Did she see my leg as I went down the stairs? I'm outside of her visual range, so this won't be fatal, but... Shit, she's more wicked than I thought. I cut the hair. My left leg. It's now just like my left arm. The sound of footsteps comes closer. Before she enters the hallway, I dash into the classroom. Zoinks! Holding my breath, I lean against the wall between us. I don't believe it. Half of my body might as well be dead. I'm aware of it, but I didn't think I'd end up copying that dream this much. The footsteps draw nearer and nearer. In my dream, Shiki was killed right after this. Shiki's decision wasn't incorrect. He just didn't have a full understanding of Akiha's ability. The burnt smell of the air, the temperature scorching resemblance of deep summer. And the body parts that disintegrate with the burning pain. All of these facts made Shiki think that Akiha's power was burning the enemy. But in truth, it's just the opposite. Akiha entangles her target with her hair and completely steals their heat. This causes instant freezing, followed by vaporization, making it look like it's disintegrated. If it truly was burning, then matters would be hopeless once the flame was lit. No matter how many times this red hair is sliced, it's not possible to cut off on your own. It's not possible to cut off your own body. But that is just stealing and taking in. Therefore, even if I get completely wrapped by the red hair, as long as I can cut out of the hair before I'm completely drained and kill Akiha herself, there's no problem. While she lives, she can turn her target into an inferno, but that illusion of fire will die when Akiha dies. I was already prepared to have my left arm burned when I stuck it out, Jesus. I was prepared to cut it off from my shoulder once it lit up, but there was no need for that. Akiha's ability will not kill me if I can stop Akiha herself. Since Akiha is not a true flame user, a surprise attack cannot end up in mutual death if she dies before me. I hear a sound. I hear her footsteps right behind my back. Without a doubt, Akiha is about to pass the classroom without even noticing I'm here. Okay, and now we are on the final choice of the game, which is to kill her before she notices me. This is it. I don't plan on ending up like Shiki in that dream. I will dismantle Tono Akiha right here and now. I focus on the lines running along the wall. On the other side, I can hear her footsteps. More intently, I stare hard at the wall, as if my brain would fry. The footsteps are right in front of me. Across this thin wall, Akiha is walking, completely defenseless. If I do this well, I don't even have to do it myself. Tono Akiha will die being crushed by the wall. Nah, the wall is too thin. That won't kill her. So then, cutting that long hair and dismembering her body is my role. Kill Akiha. The no longer human Akiha, she is someone I can kill. She is no longer human, but still. But Akiha is Tonoshiki's younger sister. Do that. Just because she isn't human anymore? Headache. I thought the headache was gone, so why? This headache. The pain feels like my eyes will burst from my head. It's because I tried to see the lines on the wall. My head, it hurts. If it hurts this much, my recent self feels like it'll go away. Don't think. Ignore the headache. If I think right now, I'll definitely recognize my mistake. Before that happens, before I return to Tonoshiki, I have to kill Akiha before she kills me. I swing my knife with all my strength. A dry sound. With one giant swing, I draw a circle in the wall with my knife that cuts cleanly through the wall like butter. And then, facing the hallway, I kick down the cut wall. Akiha's voice almost sounds comical. That's only natural. Having a large circle suddenly appear in the wall and burst out against her, she should be surprised. And it's all over. I jump through the opening in the wall and into the hallway. Over there, my figure is completely hidden from Akiha's view by the wall. The collapsing wall rushes towards Akiha. The red hair wraps around it. It even steals heat from inorganic things. The wall starts to break apart, but before she can break it down, my knife dismantles it. Pieces. The wall falls into clumps of varying size. It all happens in an instant. This scene, it lasts for 1 instant. Her hair races back up. It wraps around my body, but it's too late. I slice through both the wall and the fiery aura around her. She won't be able to instantly put out more heat. Not that it matters. Because my knife is far faster than her hair as I push her down and get on top of her. Akiha's voice. My knife is raised. All I have to do is pass through the line running from her left collarbone. From her left collarbone to her right lung. But Akiha's hair is wrapping around my arm. It flows around my neck, around my body. I know that if I wait, in an instant, my body will be vaporized. But this headache does not go away. My head hurts, Akiha, even though the command to kill repeated itself so many times in my head. I hated you so much, but still. Why? Why did I wake up? Why did Akiha suddenly look like her old self? If it wasn't for that, I would have brought this knife down, but still. My skin is burning. The hair that wraps around my body steals my heat. My vision starts to fade. I can't force Akiha down. With a breath, my body is so light now that it feels like Akiha could blow me over with one breath. But my arms are still alive. I can still make it. If I don't die, victory is mine. As long as I can kill her now, she can't steal any more of my heat. But still, for some reason, I can't bring down my knife. How incredibly naive. Akiha will kill me without hesitation. I already know that. Because Akiha, she's not the Akiha from before. But still, such a thing. I just can't do it. Headache. It has bothered me many times, but I have to thank it this time. I was wrong. Thinking that just because she isn't human, she isn't like the old Akiha. It's acceptable to kill her. No matter how she changes, Akiha is Akiha. Always helping me, always waiting for me, my dear sister. That. Why did I think I could hurt her? My headache disappears. The strength in my body also disappears. As my mind dims, I put all my strength into my arms, so my knife will not descend on Akiha. Why won't you kill me? Akiha's voice. I'm a vampire, right? A monster that feeds on human blood at night. I'm trying to kill you right now, and I even killed Kohaku. So why? Why do you have that sad look on your face? My heat is still being stolen. Unlike me, Akiha really has no mercy. Already, my body feels cold, as if I already died. Stop it. It's not fair to die looking like that. I'm the one to blame here, so you should hate me to the end. Can't you even say you hate me for killing Kohaku? Kohaku had to hate me too. I'm the daughter of Tonomaki Hisa, and I kept her bound to the mansion while I knew her feelings. That's why I thought it would be okay if it was Kohaku. If she wanted revenge on the Tono family, then I would play along. Even if drinking her blood made me less than human, because she hated me, I thought it couldn't be helped. I see. Akiha was the same as me. She knew. She knew that Kohaku-san plotted our downfall. But still. But it couldn't be helped, right? I had no way of making it up to her. If she wanted it, then the most I could do as a member of the Tono blood was to support her. That's wrong. I surprise myself as I voice my thoughts. I'm still alive, it seems. What? Nissan, I can't hear you well. What's wrong, Akiha? That's wrong, Akiha. Kohaku-san doesn't hate anyone. She didn't wish for all of this because she wanted to. That's right. It's just that she couldn't find any other purpose, so she only desperately acted out that plan. That was all she could do. All she could try was, with all her might, to deceive herself into thinking she had a purpose to live. Akiha, I think I led a happier life compared to you or Kohaku-san. So I'm sorry. I don't know. Neither your pain from being bound to the Tono family, nor Kohaku-san's pain. Where this was all she could do. How ironic. No one is to blame. Not me, not you, not Shiki, not Kohaku-san. No one is to blame. So why? Why did we end up choosing to kill each other? Nissan? Maybe you can still make it. Akiha's still being pinned. She looks up at me aimlessly as she says this. You'll die soon, Nissan, but if you kill me, I think you can make it. Well, Kohaku is no longer alive, so I can't say that for sure. Her eyes turn serious as she looks up at me. Right. So please hurry and swing down your knife. That will save you. Akiha sulkily, says those ridiculous words. Jeez. I'm saying that if I could do that, I would have already done it a long time ago. Fine, if you can't do that, then I will be the one who survives. Okay? Starting tomorrow, I will turn these streets into a painting of pure hell. Not just Hisui, but I will make these people like your dear friends suffer. I can tell she's pretty serious. idiot! If you did that, a scary person from somewhere would come and make things difficult. I bet there's a skilled vampire hunter out there that would fight you both day and night. So don't go about painting a scene of pure hell. If at all possible, I want her to resist sucking blood, even though it might be hard, and just live like she did before all of this. Why? Why do you look at me like that, Nissan? I'm no longer the Akiha from before. Even now I want to bite into your neck. Just like Shiki, I'm crazed. I'm a crazed, possessed monster, right? Then you should just return to how you were before and kill me once and for all. She pouts and looks as if it were all my fault. She says I should kill her. That's certainly my own words from before. But that isn't good. I can't do it. I can't kill you, Akiha. You're thinking about me from before? But I'm different. I'm not the same Tono Akiha you know. No, that has nothing to do with it. Even if you were possessed, and it was to destroy that, as Tono Shiki, I can't harm Tono Akiha. I love this black-haired girl who forgave me so much these past 8 years. Even if I love her as a sister, different from the way she feels. Akiha, you're my dear sister. I can't ever hurt you. Akiha opens her eyes. Her shoulders fall as she lets out a deep breath. What are you saying? You have always hurt me, Nissan. If you can't even realize that, then you really are dense, aren't you? Her whispered voice is very gentle. And then, she brings both her hands to my stopped head. With just that, I can see her intentions. I try to pull back, but I have no strength. Just like she said, I lost the freedom to control my body a long time ago. Stop it, Akiha! I frantically raise my voice. Akiha pretends not to hear me and smiles. Geez, that's why I have to do it all myself, even now. Her smile seems happy, but also full of sadness. She puts power into her hands. The knife descends, but that's not where the line is. Just her heart. If that is pierced, it will be fatal and painful. I can't stop my arm. I can't prevent Akiha from doing it this time. Or from doing this. How can this happen? In the end, I tried to save 2 people important to me. Yep, I'm about to lose them both before my very eyes. No! What is this? My arm is stopped. Akiha's 2 hands pressing down on my hand, as if embracing them, somehow drapes over them as well. Akiha looks disbelievingly at that figure. I, just like Akiha, stare blankly. Kohaku? Yes, Akiha-sama, it's me. It's me, so please, let go. With a face close to tears, Kohaku-san pulls the knife away from Akiha. Kohaku? Akiha is in a daze. As if the demon that caught a hold of her has completely left, she stares at Kohaku-san in surprise. I see. You were alive, Kohaku. Yes. Akiha-sama, you only made me lose consciousness. At that instant, you held back from killing me. Her eyes flicker with sadness. Even while possessed by fury, there was still humanity deep within Akiha. That was what saved Kohaku-san and Akiha. Akiha sighs. She closes her eyes and she lets out that breath. Goodness. I guess this means you've won everything. You're alive and this is the end of the Tono bloodline. But maybe it's for the best. To be honest, I was thinking of resting too. Her arms drop to her sides. Go ahead, Kohaku. Nissan wasn't able to, but can you kill me? You can kill me, right? I tried to kill you, and I am the daughter of the hated Tono Makihisa. Kohaku-san holds the knife and stares at Akiha. And she shakes her head. It is terribly quiet. Like melting ice, time flows calmly. That's so strange. I wonder why even Kohaku can't kill me. With her eyes still closed, she speaks softly, as if she were sleeping. Of course, it's because I like you, Akiha-sama. The knife Kohaku-san was holding clatters to the ground. No matter how much you hate me, I want to always serve you. So Akiha-sama, if you feel sorry for me at all, please do not die. If you die like this, I will go back to being the Kohaku from before. You're asking something pretty difficult. A deep sigh. Akiha averts her gaze as if she were pouting. But I guess it can't be helped. I owe you from before, so I won't do anything for now. Same for you, Nissan. I will think it's good enough for you to love me as your sister. Her hair flows. The binding around my body disappears and I collapse to the floor. At some point, the sky became deep and clear. The silver moon. The pale hallway now shows no trace of the fiery aura. Akiha's hair is still red, but the mirage that burdened her is long gone. Now, with Kohaku-san here, Akiha should be okay. My mind starts to recede. My cold body starts to drift towards sleep. But before that, I watch the peaceful moonlight and think. After a while, after I've gotten used to living in the mansion, I think selfishly that we'll be living happily like right now. Dreams of sunshine. We're in the epilogue. We're in epilogue, baby. Epilogue. Shiki-sama, please wake up. Shiki-sama? I hear a voice. Hisui's voice that I've heard so many times. It's past time. I do not think it's a good idea to keep sleeping like this. Hisui's reserved voice. But with that, it's impossible to wake me up since I was so excited last night I couldn't get to sleep. Shiki-sama, please wake up or I think Akiha-sama will be mad at you again. That instant, my mind snaps from its dozing. I jump up from the bed. Hisui stares at me from the side as I panic. I can hear the voices of cicadas outside. It's still morning, but the sun is streaming in pretty strong, and my sweat drenches my pajamas. Well, it's a pretty typical summer morning. Yep, we're on the ending here. Morning, Hisui. Good morning, Shiki-sama. Hisui gives a distinct bow. She acts very calm, but I get a bad feeling about all this. Hisui, don't tell me Akiha hasn't left yet. Yes, Akiha-sama is waiting in the sitting room until she sees your face, Shiki-sama. That's right, I think she has been waiting for about an hour now. I look at the clock. It tells me it's around 10 in the morning. Damn, why is she waiting around so late today of all days? Because it's the morning that you leave for your trip, Shiki-sama. I think it's only natural for Akiha to see you off. Oh, her gaze is painful for some reason. That's supposed to be a secret, but maybe Hisui and Akiha already know about it. Got it. Anyway, I'll go to the sitting room right away. Please go there ahead of me. As you wish. Then excuse me. Hisui courteously exits the room. After changing into the clothes I got ready yesterday, I sling a bag over my shoulder and leave the room. I see Akiha in the sitting room, and she really doesn't seem to be in a good mood. Hey, good morning, Akiha. Good morning, Nissan. You're taking things slow for the morning of a trip, aren't you? She looks at me with a sharp glance. Sorry, I couldn't sleep last night and was awake till early morning. This is still getting up early for me. Oh, looking forward to a trip so much you couldn't sleep? How cute. Nissan, are you looking forward to playing with Inui-san so much? Why do you sound like that? Of course a trip is fun. I see. You sound almost drunk with happiness. You've been waiting for this day since the start of summer, right? I don't know where you're going with Inui-san, but there has to be something really good waiting for you there, right? Akiha-sama, I do not think that is quite right. Something good is something that is there, not something that is waiting. Ah, that's right. It would have to be a person to be waiting. There must be something wrong with me. I guess I was just waiting for Nissan too long. These two. They seem to be in harmony all of a sudden. Well then, Nissan, how long will you be gone? 7 days. Why do you ask? Oh, really? That's pretty short. Since you can only see her once in a while, I thought that you should spend your whole summer break there. Nii-san, don't you feel sorry for Kohaku like that? What are you saying? I'm just going on a random trip with Inui. I'm not going to see Kohaku-san at all. Anyway, I see her all the time. She's still coming here every weekend, so there's really no need for me to go see her. There's really no need, but she is probably lonely and... I stared down at the floor. Damn it, what's wrong with it? It's summer vacation after all, so they should pretend not to notice that I'm going to go see Kohaku-san. Oh, it's already late. I can't let her wait any longer, so I'll let you go for today, Nii-san. Akiha sounds like she's having fun as she rises from the sofa. I'll leave it to you, Hisui. I will be back in the evening, so we can Jesus Christ. Water time! Arihiko route when? I will be back in the evening, so we can maliciously gossip about Nii-san then. Yes, let's. So, what's with all these shifts in Akiha's personality, and even Hisui's? I will be going. Nii-san, you should be going as well. I'm not hoping for any souvenirs, so please relax. Akiha disappears towards the lobby, and then... Man, I want to find a good man too! She leaves her last complaint loudly. Then don't fall in love with your brother. She seems to be getting more cheerful each day. I really didn't think things would end up this way. It's been about a year since then. There's been a lot that has changed, but the biggest changes were in Akiha and Kohaku-san. Simply put, Akiha is still like back then. Her hair is still red, but she dyes it black. No, it's not like she uses any chemicals, but it seems she can change it with her will. She still has the urge to drink blood, so every once in a while she'll suck on a blood pack used for transfusions. Finally! Someone thought of using blood transfusions. I wonder if, like, pig's blood or something would work too, which I imagine you could get in higher amount. Akiha absorbed some sort of spirit, some evil spirit from Shiki. That's why she originally went on a rampage, but since then, I guess she has control over it. Simply put, it weakened when it transferred to Akiha, and its only influence is making Akiha strong-willed. Well, she's more like a bully than strong-willed, but I tell her that. She will get angry, so I'm not going to. So, Roa's like, no! You must kill, Akiha, you must kill! She's like, no, transfusion. Ah, fine. Not only did it make her a bit more honest, but it also increased her power. Thanks to that, Akiha can exert better control over her Tono blood. That's probably why she can hide the color of her hair. To say the results, she's pretty much invincible. And as her dear Oni-chan, it's pretty troublesome to keep her under control. With regards to Kohaku-san, she becomes independent after the new year started. Because Akiha is fine by herself, and maybe because she's planning something, Kohaku-san left to work in a mansion of a branch of the Tono family, in the mountain recesses of Nagano. But at the end of the week, she comes back here for the four of us to pass the time together like always. Before I asked her why she decided to do that, she answered that there was something she wanted to investigate, and that I should wait patiently until she's done. Because I love her, I couldn't refuse. So all I can do now is wait. Since then, even though Kohaku-san... Whoops. Sorry, I saw it deeping into the red. Since then, even though Kohaku-san and I meet at the end of every week, being alone together is difficult because of Akiha and Hisui. Also, Kohaku-san and Akiha are on very good terms. Kohaku-san likes Akiha, and Akiha cares for Kohaku-san. About me and Kohaku-san, Akiha has acknowledged it openly. She did, but... That's fine. If you're going to do as you If you're going to do as you please, Nissan, then I will just do as I please. She added that random exclamation, which can really mean anything. Huh. That's how it was, and in the midst of all that complexity, I received a letter from Kohaku-san. The letter said that there was something she wanted to show me, so she wants me to go to Nagano during summer break. After seeing that, I planned this insane trip immediately. I'm supposed to be spending the week with Arihiko, but Hakia and Hisui doubt me. Jeez, those two. What do they think of me? Shiki-sama. Ugh! My heart skipped a beat. I wish Hisui would stop sneaking up on me and suddenly speaking like that. I'm very sneaky, sir. Shiki-sama, if you do not hurry, will you not miss the train? Ah, crap, this isn't the time to be spacing out. Always one to be prepared, Kohaku-san arranged transportation for me out of Nagano. I have a reserved seat on the train, so if I miss it, I'll have to pay out of pocket to ride. For a poor student without a job, that would be like suicide. Sorry, I'll be off. Sorry for being in a rush this morning. Carrying my bag, I exit the sitting room. From behind me. Yes, please send my best regards to Nei-san. Hisui's soft voice reaches my ears. The train continues forward. Bathed in the fragile white sunlight, it runs past the mountain countryside. Maybe it's because this is a really rural area, and I'm the only one in this car. Sitting by the window, I stare at the flowing scenery. The radiant sun illuminates my vision, while the wind wafts comfortably on my cheeks. I glance down at the letter. There's a picture included in the letter, and the address of where we're meeting. I say address, but there really isn't one. It's more of a take a left here, a right here, then down this path sort of place without an address. This picture has to be of that place. A place to return to, huh? I don't think her eyes looked weird. That's just kind of one of her, calm smiles. Where it is, I do have a feeling without it being said. Kohaku-san probably remembered where it was. Those trivial words that Tonomaki Hisa said. Just working off that information, she must have found that forest. That black forest, hidden from sight, the old mansion in the heart of the mountains. Long ago, the place where Nanayashiki spent his childhood. It'll still be a while until I reach my destination. Is it because the sunshine is unusually strong? Closing my eyes, I lean back against the seat. Like that, I fall into a dream. The sunshine that is so white, the smell of the air untainted by the touch of civilization, the endlessly pure sky, the shimmering summer air that rides on the wind, the wild grass of spring, the starry sky of autumn, the cold ground during winter of my home. In summer it was the bright flowers that steal your breath away. There she is waiting. Was that next CG screams time constrained and you feel incredibly off? I'm warning you. This CG? This CG right here? You got a problem with this CG? It's a cute CG. Or are you talking about her arms? No, that's not the problem. Her arms are right. In front of a sea of flowers, the overwhelming scent of summer. A radiant smile that outshines even those sunflowers. In the midst of the burning heat, she greets me. Welcome back. This time it's for real. As if fulfilling that childhood promise at last. Those arms are appropriately lengthed, believe it or not. Damn, that was fast, though. I thought she was going to talk more. They're pulling a, what do you call it, a last episode with Artoria there a little. Well, that was nice and sudden. Jesus Christ of sunflowers, Kohaku! Am I going to show my cat or dog on screen? I did that the other time. I don't need to do it again. Will you take her lesson? Might as well. You've reached Kohaku's true ending. Well done. There is only one ending for Kohaku-san. If you've come this far, you should understand that Kohaku-san's story is the prop man of Tsukihime, the story to tie up all the remaining events. Thank you so much for all your hard work. After a long time, their stories have ended. But please wait, there's still one person remaining. Yes, that is this story's main character. His story is not over yet. In the heavens is his cold, round moon. But even that moon cannot be eternally the same. At the end of all stories, the story of Tonoshiki is waiting to be finished here. Yeah, I'll take a look at those succubus scenes. I'm probably not gonna, like, read through them all, but I'll take a look and maybe show off, like, CGs if they're anything new. Because I'm kind of curious, I forgot. So yes, we are now doing the Eclipse ending that is unlocked once you complete all the other endings. Suddenly I wake up. A vast night. In the midst of a grassy field that extends as far as the eye can see, I stare blankly at the moon. There is no one else here. No sign of human presence. No sounds from any animals. Maybe it's because I pushed myself too hard these past couple of days. I just wanted to lie down quietly and be alone, but it seems I fell asleep. It was a bright darkness, probably because the moon is hanging so low. The grassy field that looked like a black sea last night is bright, like some sort of a stage. A clearing illuminated by sharp, sharp moonlight. I thought it was like a theater somewhere. Only there are no curtains around. This field that sweeps far and wide is devoid of any curtains. Any curtains of trees, nor is there an audience or stage crew. The manga extends this scene quite a bit. Yeah. There's nothing here. The only things here are the moonlight and the white darkness. The wind does not blow and the grass does not even sway. How quiet. I laugh quietly, as it feels like all the commotion until yesterday was just a joke. This isn't a very long one. It's not even like a route. It's just like a separate epilogue. No, if you talk about jokes, that my life until now was so happy that, looking back at it, it seems like it was just an illusion. A lot of things have happened. There were a lot of amazing things that occurred, and my life changed pace quite often. The expected and the unexpected. Everything was illusory. Looking back, it seems that no matter how trivial things seemed, all those coincidences built on each other. The days were only a repetition of each other, but no 2 days were quite the same. Then that means perhaps each and every one of them was an irreplaceable moment I can never return to. I recall many things that happened. The memories are so nostalgic, it makes me smile. Just the thought of the new experiences awaiting me in the future, different from those of my past, makes me dizzy. Truly a mix of emotions. Happiness, excitement, and enough worries to give me a headache. My heart beats loudly once. What comes after is my usual anemia. The dizziness continues for a while, but eventually disappears. Even though the wound on my chest healed, my anemia didn't go away. It seems like my fragile health wasn't caused by the wound on my chest alone. Well, of course. Being able to perceive the shape of death means I stand much closer to death than others. To be honest, I never thought about living a long life like ordinary people. What's that anime with the main protagonist who has superpowers and can possess people's bodies and later take people's abilities and lost his memories because of it? Charlotte? Oh, interesting. I wasn't going to guess that. To be honest, I never thought about living a long life like ordinary people. The sound of my heart beating. It's not like me to think of this, but I wonder just how long I can keep running through time. The conclusions are... Water time. Every time I start screwing up, I take a breath. The conclusion is rather uninteresting, because even if it stops tomorrow, or even in a few decades, still... Hey you! It's dangerous to just lie around like that. And I hear a familiar voice. Huh? What do you mean, huh? You have an awful lot of free time on your hands if you can just sleep around here in the middle of the night. I was this close to kicking you, so you better watch out. She says this grumbly while carrying a trunk in one hand. Oh? Kicked? And by who? I lift myself up. Isn't it obvious, stupid? You and I are the only ones here, so who else could it be but me? She declares this confidently as she folds her arms. Huh. Stifling the laughter spilling out of me, I gaze up at her in the moon. I can't believe it. I somehow felt that I'd meet you, but I didn't think that day would be today. What a coincidence. I didn't expect to see you here either. I heard you were here, but we never did meet up, did we? So I was thinking it was our fate this time not to meet. Although, if we did see each other, it would have caused trouble, right? Right. I am a member of the association, after all. We're not quite on good terms with the church. She laughs without any hint of guilt. It really is hard holding back my laughter. It makes me happy that this person hasn't changed one bit since the day we met. And since I ran out of things to do, I was going to leave here tomorrow. See, this incident was partially my fault, you know. So I stopped by here for a final check, and I almost ended up kicking some ordinary person. Then we were fated to meet. To be honest, I felt like we would meet up again. I smile. You're right. I welcome this sort of fate. She flashes me an identical smile in return. Long time no see. You've grown up, Shiki. Sorry, I'm waiting for my net connection to get back up again. Yes, you seem to be doing well too, Sensei. Returning her plain greeting, I look back at Sensei with serious eyes. We sit in the field of grass and talk. We talk about senseless things just like the old days. It was only briefly that we talked about what happened and what we were going to do in the future. It's about time. I don't plan on staying here long. I'm leaving before dawn, so we'll have to part here. Saying that, Sensei stands up. I try to stand up with her, but I collapse. Shiki? I can hear her voice. I take a few deep breaths and stand back up. Dang. It seems like no sleep or rest until last night just hit me. Looks like it. That dizziness is your biggest weakness. You don't look like you have any injuries. Is your body alright? Yeah, thanks. Unlike you, I have a normal body. If you say so. She glances at me meaningfully, then looks directly into my eyes. Shiki, you know you're not going to last much longer? Her clear words. I'm surprised. It's not that I'm surprised by her words, but rather, I never thought she would say them. Well, yeah, I kind of know about it already. Is that so? But you seem pretty calm. Even now, you strain your body over something that has nothing to do with you. I would have a hard time believing it, but are you really not afraid of dying? She stares at me, somewhat peeved. No way. I think I'm more afraid of death than most people. But that's something in the future. It may be tomorrow or next year, but I can't think about the future too much. I prioritize what I want to be doing now. I see. So you can see your own death as well. That's why you're more afraid of death than others. That makes sense, even for me. I'd be shivering if I could see 13 steps to the gallows. No, it's not like that. It's not like I can clearly sense when I'll die. It's almost the same thing. Let's see, can I ask you something for reference? You ended up with a body weaker than most others. It would only be natural to curse it and fear your life. Hey, Shiki, don't you find it difficult living life with such a body? Sensei looks at me openly. yet with unreadable eyes. Those are the eyes of a Magus, her side of which I'm not familiar with. Isn't that right? You can no longer have normal happiness like everyone else. As long as you have that body of yours, all that awaits is suffering. Yeah, but you get to either bang Arcoade, CL, Akiha, Hisui, or Kohaku. And I know it sucks that you're gonna die earlier, perhaps, than other people, apparently based on this revelation we just now had, but either way, I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That may be so, but... Wait, sorry. Net dropped like an idiot. Okay. That may be so, but I think that's not that bad. But I'm probably happy, because up until now was a lot of fun, and I had a lot of sex. So it'll probably be fun in the future, too. The sound of her gasping. With a large sigh, she changes back to her usual self. You horn dog! Cheeky. She seems sad as she calls my name. To be honest, I do feel some regret. I feel like I said something to you that I shouldn't have back then. I look straight into her eyes. It's different from before. Back then, I had to look up to see her eyes. But now she's looking up into mine. God doesn't give excessive power without reason. And I told you that if you don't have that... And I told you that if you have that power, there has to be some meaning to it. But you know, it's up to the individual to decide what that meaning may be. There's no room for anyone else, especially something as ambiguous as a god, to interfere. So, it would have been alright if you did nothing. Even if you denied those eyes of yours and did nothing, it still would have been alright. I'm regretting my words because you could have led a normal life more suitable for you as Shiki. Sensei, didn't I tell you earlier that you should live your life with an honest heart? You really did, Shiki. But that's something difficult to do. It would have been easier for you to stray from your path a little, because your eyes draw you to disaster. Isn't it ironic that a killer more skilled than anyone else also hates killing more than anyone else? If you lived a normal life, or had your heart deviated from the true path, you wouldn't have had to go through so much pain. Yeah, that may be true, now that you mention it. I don't know if any of this stuff was all that controllable. It's like, oh yeah, I've got murderous impulses to kill the vampire that I saw in the street. He's like, oh, you know, it's not necessarily his fault that by the time he even met his sensei, he was already linked to a fucking Michael Rowe Valdemyong son of a bitch. You know, like, he had a lot of stuff he didn't have any control in. I feel like he did his best to, like, get out of this with as little involvement as possible, to be honest. If I gave up, it may have been a little easier, but that has no meaning. It would have only made things a little easier, and to start out with, I never thought of it as particularly painful. You have the wrong idea, Sensei. Everything I did because I wanted to. It's not like I'm a saint or anything. I like myself just the way I am. That's why I was glad you told me back then to become an adult, by living just the way I was. Sensei, I don't regret anything, so there's no reason for you to regret anything either. I really feel that from the bottom of my heart, and I smile at her. As if dazzled by a radiant light, she narrows her eyes, and then closes them briefly. I see. Man, it seems you really have become a wonderful young fellow. Her hand reaches for her trunk. Yeah, you're fine just the way you are, Shiki. My world is full of devious individuals, so associating with someone like you balances things out. It might be hard on you, but if you don't mind, then I guess it's alright. With a see you, Sensei turns her back to me. I can't stop her, and there's no reason to. I feel like that really is the last time. All I can remember is the one thing I forgot to say. That day, in an ocean of grass, an important friend who had spoken with me, who was about to disappear. There's no wind, the grass does not sway, and the only thing that changes is her figure, which gets farther away. She didn't turn around suddenly back then, and she won't now. Sensei. I call out to stop her. She halts in her tracks. What? She doesn't turn around. Only her voice drifts to me. I know what I must say. The words I've always wanted to say. It's just that if I say these words, I really won't be able to see her ever again. But still, I have to say them. She told me, all I'm saying is live true to yourself and become a man in the manner that you think is right. She also taught me that it's important to accept my mistakes and to be able to apologize for them. And that's why I have to say it. Thank you. I'm glad I met you, Sensei. That's what I felt as a child. Those words were the ones from the bottom of my heart that I once could not say because I was filled with sadness of parting. From behind, it seems Sensei is surprised. She stands there, lowers her head, and turns toward me with her usual expression. Take care, Shiki. Let's meet again if we are fated to do so. She says this as if it were nothing, and the wind suddenly gusts. Swoosh! It rustles through the swaying grass, and the moon's light disappears. After that, as if abducted by the wind, she disappears. For some strange reason, I'm not shedding any tears. I feel sad, and I don't want to part. But not shedding tears also means that I've grown up since then. The grassy field becomes silent once more. Gazing up, it looks like the moon is about to vanish from the sky. All things pass by, just like the moon disappearing, and yet, after a long time, there may be a chance to meet again, and so tonight's moon disappears. Well then, I close my eyes just once, as if lowering the curtains. In the sky, dawn is drawing closer. Just like the moon that has just fallen, for the time being, the curtains are lowered to the long story. The curtains are lowered on the long story for Tonoshiki. The heavens soar high above. I look up while embraced by the clear, brisk night air. All things are uncertain, just like a waking dream. The past is all an illusion. It doesn't leave behind a tangible form, and even the most vivid of memories are really just transient. Yet I believe the moon's image will never fade away. Even that is fragile, even though I know it will end today. Jesus Christ. Even though I know it will end one day, I don't care. The memories continue on. I'm sure that even the end will be a happy one. The lunar eclipse is far away. Everyone races through their remaining time and passes on. That was weird, that little delay. Fiend! We did it! We did it! What a depressing way to end it. Apparently there's a thing... You click the copyright sign? Is that how I saw it? No, you don't click the copyright sign. That's something different. We already got to click one of these two things, but I'm not going to do it again. Okay, so let me look. Damn it, can you no, fuck you. Give me just a moment. Alrighty, so we're going to start game. We are going to start from the beginning. We're going to skip. We're going to just try to zip all the way to the point where we make that decision. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean that. Progress to next choice. We lunch in the class. Skip. Skip. We go home. Skip. skip. We do Akiha. Skip. Skippity-doo. We're going to talk with Akiha. We're going to skip. We're going to skip. We're going to go check it out, putting us on Arkawaiti route. We're going to skip. We're going to skip. We're going to greet Akiha. We're going to skip. Skip. We're going to skip. We're going to go to the classroom. Going to skip. We're going to skip. This is just a bad dream. We just killed Arkawaiti. Skip. Skippity skip. Talk about Akiha. We're always talking about Akiha. Skip. Skippity doo dah. Skippity day. We're going to cooperate. Skip. Skip. Can't leave her alone. Skip. Let her take a look at the glasses. We're going to leave the room to check out what's in the hallway. Talk about Nero boy. I like to refuse, but we're going to do it. We're going to fight him. Dash toward Nervous Square. Bear with it and wait for your chance. Skippity skipper. Skip. 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 We're going to have to apologize. We can't tell Akiha about what we be up to. Go out in the city and look for her. Booyah! Here we go. Here's the choice. So let me save that real quick. We'll save it here for all I know. Save file too. So I've actually never chose these before, so it'll be interesting to see what that's all about. Just play the plus disc? Now, I have one question. Is the stuff that's in the plus disc, was that eventually carried over into Kagetsu Toya? Because I thought maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. And what do you want to watch on the plus disc? There's a extra sneak peek into Yumizuka route. Right. So let me check. Akiha. Someone's coming to my room. It either has to be Kohaku, Hisui, or Akiha. All right, let me put up the thingy, and I'll switch it over if it actually does. My heart skips a beat. That's strange. I don't remember turning that on. Turn off the light. That won't do, Nissan. We need the lights on for this. Turn around. What the hell? Akiha and Kohaku-san. Really? Akiha? What are you doing here at this hour? Why is Kohaku-san with you? What the fuck? Gee, Shiki, you're out of it. We're here because there's something. I don't understand what's so funny. Kohaku laughing like that is rude to Nissan. I understand how you feel, but you shouldn't surprise him too much. Bum bum bum. Oh, forgive me, Akiha-sama. He's just so cute when he doesn't understand simple things like this, so I couldn't help it. He's a bit dense. Akiha. Seeing her eyes finally makes me understand that there's something wrong with the way they're acting. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. They're teasing him. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Geez, Nissan, just what kind of upbringing did you have at the Arima household? Look, someone of the opposite sex is in your room at night. A gentleman of your age should be excited just by that. But you're acting like normal. It's just natural for a woman like me to be shocked by that. Wait a minute, Akiha. But you guys are different. We're brother and sister. Yeah, that's why... Doesn't seem like she gives a shit. She gets me on the bed. Bum bum bum. You have always been my puppet, Nissan. This time it's different. Oh god. What are you talking about, Kohaku? You're the one who put some drugs into his dinner, so he will be a little dazed. I only wanted him to sleep a bit. Akiha's pissed. They sure are talking a lot. So they're taking advantage of his anemia on the bed. Typical. This is Kohaku. Oh, Shiki-san, you're blushing. To scream so much. It must be your first time being tied down. No, it's as if... Well, I don't know if Len did it. I think... Or maybe Shiki knew about the drugs. I'm not sure. It's weird because it's like, is she using Shiki's... I think Len uses Shiki's own memories and thoughts to create the dream. It's not like she knows this stuff. So yeah, they're taking off the clothes. Bum 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 bum. They're doing a little domination on him. So much text. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. Still got to do some working out. I still have to do face capture for my Salem lore. That video itself is like 35 minutes. Oh wait, no, I can't do that. No, Kohaku's doing it, and Akiha's watching with an angry expression. So she's servicing. I guess he's tied to the bed post. This is payback. You left me all alone and ran away from the Tono house. I have to pay you back for many things. I want you to know how much I've... please fast forward fast. Well, I'm making sure I can at least tell you the gist of what's going on. Then it's just Kohaku, she's still at it. Aha! Nobu. Okay, so that's what she's doing while it's happening. That's funny. That's funny. I like that. I like that a lot. Nissan, I love you so much, so why? Okay, so that was that scene. Let's reload. Let's say it might be Hisui. Yeah, let's try Hisui now. Hisui, perhaps? She's on nighttime duty, visiting the room. I am here to be your nighttime partner, Shiki-sama. Oh boy. Because I am yours, Shiki-sama. Her voice is full of warmth. Mine? Hisui? My pulse quickens. I don't think of you like that. I don't want to think about it, but if she makes that expression, my dizziness gets worse. Hisui, you can't be serious. I never thought about having sex with Hisui or anything like that. Shikima-sama, are you saying you hate me? She looks like she's scared. I might say yes. There's no man in this world who could resist those eyes. No way! Hisui, And there we go. Ba-ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum-ba-bum, ba-bum-ba-bum. Fucha! There's your Hisui. Kagetsu Toya has at least one H scene in it. I can't remember the rest. So she just pulls it up. She got no underwear. She's pulling a Sakura. I guess he eats her out in that position. And then she's all like, "Itadakimasu!" Okay, so each one has 2 CGs, I believe. Alright, now let's take a look at Kohaku's, even though Kohaku is like infiltrating other people's sex scenes, because, you know, that's just what Kohaku do. I mean, you actually do a loli, like, legit in Kagetsu Toya. Oh wait, so for Kohaku's dream, Akiha shows up too. Is it the same thing? Yeah, okay. So whether you choose Akiha or Kohaku, you get the exact same scene I just showed you. And we already did the CL scene during CL's ending, so... Well, actually, wait, never mind. There is a slight difference. Oh, okay. No, it is slightly different. Instead of Akiha... Except for... Sorry. Instead of that one Akiha CG that we got, instead we get this dynamic Kohaku one. Which I sadly don't get to show a lot of. It's very similar. This is the only difference, is instead of showing that, it's the same interaction, but it focuses more on Kohaku as she does that. And Kohaku's just staring like with an evil glare. It's kind of awkward. Let's see here if there's anything in the extras I hadn't looked at yet. Options? Endings list, game options. No, we already did that. Graphic mode. Yeah, no, we already did all of that stuff. And that is Tsukihime. We have done it. There's an official Easter egg if you set your PC clock to Christmas Day. Like, is it automatic? Like, it just says, like, oh, or is it when you, like, log on? Because I suppose I could fuck with the date. Let's see here. Okay, I'll close off the thing, and I'll give it a shot. I'll give that a shot. Let me see here. December 25th, I have chosen. How do I get it to choose that? No, that's not what I mean. Started. Adjust date time. There we go. You're hiding. Set the date and time manually. Okay, so we have to take that off. Set it change. Or yeah. December 25th. Let's do like the year 2000 when this shit came out. I'm almost done with this stream, but you guys are keeping me on here because I'm curious to see what this little Easter egg is. Uh-oh. Hello? Ah! Ah! It's not responding! I broke Tsukihime by changing the date? Alright, well, let's see what happens if I start it up again. Ah, look at that! Teach me, CL-sensei. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out. This corner is for the poor Tono-kun who could just not let go of what's been happening recently. It's time for Teach Me, CL-sensei. Oh no, this won't do at all, Tono-kun. Don't you know what day it is? It's December 25th, Christmas Day. We miss you too, but today should be spending time with your family and friends, celebrating Christmas. But what if you don't have any friends? Yeah, what is this? Shiki should go playing with me instead. Oh, happy birthday, Arcoade-san. There's nothing happy if you keep thieving Shiki away. A joyous day of birth, princess of the true ancestors. Ah, Professor Nero, welcome to the special class. We were just discussing the merits of celebrating a national holiday with friends and family. Celebration is merely a byproduct of a need for companionship and shared emotion. If there is no such need, a celebration is not necessary. Nonsense! It's my birthday, so Shiki should take me out on a date or something. He wouldn't do that. You're too old for him now. What? What? Be quiet, crazy woman. 4 eyes, stupid hat. She's attacking! Protect me! Denied. Come out and pay attention to class. Go to the church if you like Christmas so much. You're popular as always, Tono. Shouldn't you be at home keeping your beautiful sister company? Huh? Ah, Merry Christmas, Inui-kun. How did you get here? Merry Christmas, Senpai. The door was open, so I thought I'd see what you guys were up to, and whoa. Huge. Well then, I shall be on my way. Good health to you, Princess. We meet again soon. Very well then, that should be enough for today's lesson. Tono-kun, consider what I said. Today should be a special day, and if it isn't, you should be doing something to change that. They should do something to change your violent nature. Class dismissed. Merry Christmas, Tono-kun. Basically, what the fuck are you doing playing Tsukihime on the goddamn holiday? Get back to your family. The game's telling you not to play it, but giving you an Easter egg so that you will play it on that day. Man, okay, so are there more Easter eggs? Shit. Maybe I should Google that real quick, but first I need to change my time zone, or my time back. Set time automatically. There we go, we're back. That was weird. That was very weird. What the fuck? That was awkward. No, it's the only Easter egg that was submitted to GameFAQs. Huh. Yes, no Shiki Tono greetings. Just a few random people. Well, I already accidentally found the Mirror Moon one. Like, what, you click one of these things? So I found that. And that's just them talking about editing it. But yeah, okay, and we already watched that, so I'm not gonna do that again. Thank you all for tuning in. I need to get back to work on the Lore of Salem. Shit is like 35-minute video, very rich, in-depth, takes me forever to edit these. So I need to get back on that, finish it hopefully tomorrow, and have that up for early access supporters and patrons. Let's see here. Yes, I have released a video on mastering CG in anime that I hope you guys can watch. The views are quite down and it makes me sad. Go ahead and give that a share or anything, or at least take a look at it yourself. Tomorrow, I will be releasing a very fun video. If you click the line under the subtitle, yeah, I know you've... Come on. Okay. Line under the subtitle? Oh, that. Oh, okay. Ah. Splitting headache. I can't think. My vision blurs. I can see the lines everywhere. My head feels like it will explode. Looking all around me, like a madman, I wander through the city. Ah. Where are they? I check my pockets again, but I can't find them. Crap. I can't stand this much longer. I stagger through the streets like a drunken fool. I can hear people laughing at me, but I ignore them, focusing on finding my glasses. Shit, how did I lose something that important? It's still worth doing it. It looks like I somehow ended up in the park. Was I even here today? The pain still attacks me. It doesn't look like it'll stop. Until I see her. My pulse races, my veins that are already spring into action. We'll go a little quicker for this. Thump, thump, can't breathe, fingers tremble, blood isn't reaching them. Thump, 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 can't think. Come on, I get it. You see Arcoade, I'm assuming. Ah. But that's from the anime! Konnichiwa! Wow! Huh? Weren't you with Akiha? Lady Akiha goes to school by car. Since I had something to give you, forgive me, this is, we're gonna give you the knife. Bum bum bum, bum bum bum, bum bum bum, bum bum. Give me the fucking knife. It's a computer game, with bright and gaudy packaging. It has finger marks all over it. The old man must have really hated me to leave me a piece of junk like this. No, Shiki-san, it's an eroge. Kohaku-san takes the case out of the box. See, isn't one of those dating games? 1, 2, 3! With a pachink, she opens up the case. I see, it certainly is an eroge. Wait, an eroge? It's old, but it seems pretty fun. I guess it takes place during the year and era written on the back. Kohaku-san closes the case and hands it over. Certainly, there's a number written on the case. The character 7, and underneath it is night. Nei-san, there is no era by that name. It just says Nanatsu Yoru. You surprised me. You shouldn't say something like that. Bum-bum-bum. Ah, Hisui's cheeks suddenly become a little redder. Please excuse me. That game looks so beautiful. They're just placing it with games. Not at all. Bum-bum-bum, bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Maybe that's the name of this eroge. What now? They're just like editing and goofing off certain scenes. Yeah, these aren't that great. Wait, what did she say? Oh. You'll pay for eating that last helping of curry! Yeah, all that build-up for just that line, huh? Hmm? That was random as hell, too. How many times does this go? Ah! Ah! Come on, get to the punchline now. We've already read all these. No more large greasy pizzas before bed. Is that why he's suffering so bad? Come on! How much more is there? What the hell? A cat is fine, too. Okay, you're being silly. I get it. Hey there, Shiki. Are you in the mood for cat scratch fever? That's it? Cat end? It's the secret cat ending? Okay, whatever. We got the secret cat ending that isn't official. Okay, cool. Now that was weird, but you got to see it, so there's that. Forgot how long this was. The Easter eggs in Kagetsutoya are much better. I don't even remember them, but Yeah, maybe I will do Kagetsutoya. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break though, because I need to catch up on my video production, try to get my views back up because it's struggling. But yeah, there's that. Tomorrow I am releasing a VR chat video. Put a lot of work into that one. It's extra funny. So I really hope you watch it. It's good for anime fans, Fate fans, all sorts of stuff. So definitely look forward to that. And until next time, celebrate your fandom.